can hear me now? Y'all can hear me? Tanika. Can you hear me, Tanika? Carolyn, you hear me? I think the kids hear me too. Cause somebody up. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I missed y'all. Where everybody else at? Did we lose them? We lost them, y'all. I told y'all everybody ain't gonna make it. In the beginning, I told y'all everybody ain't gonna make it. Hold on. Close my curtain song because I don't like that. They'll find me. Yeah, they might find me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all like the sweater for real? Y'all never believe where I got this sweater from. Y'all will never believe where I got this sweater from. I know it don't match with my shorts. The shorts just, that's some whole other stuff. Sticker pot, what's going on? So my grandpa left me the sweater before he passed. I got a green one like this and a black one. And he used to tell me too, he was gonna leave me his clothes. And I ain't never think that looked good on me for real. I used to be looking like grandpa. I ain't never called him grandpa, but grandfather, I don't wanna wear your clothes. I ain't never wanna wear his clothes. I ain't never really like, cause he had a different style from me. Although I liked him, loved him, adored him as a person, look up to him, he's still one of my greatest mentors, one of my best teachers, one of the greatest examples that I done witnessed. I still just didn't want to wear what he wore, but I don't know, I like this. This is something he actually wore with his body. I got a black one like this too. I love my grandpa sweaters. A heirloom. What's a heirloom? Yeah, I feel like I'm on. I know he'd be proud that I am. It look good though, I do like it. And then it's just crazy because he'll tell me, he used to school me on how to buy clothes, like not buying, like going ahead and spending more for better clothes. Even though that's kind of like a basic, that's a basic principle. You buy, you pay for what you get what you pay for. But he'll always stress about getting quality material. Cause look, my grandpa passed in 2019. I don't know how long he had this sweater, but he passed in 2019. And look how this mug look. Like it's still holding up like good. I got some little, I'm gonna wash that out. Them kids, but this mug been holding up like the thread and the stitching. It ain't got all them little fibers, not fibers, but little strings of cotton hanging all out. Like I can get one of my shirts right now that I just bought and be able to find some little strings hanging out of it. Heirloom is things handed down through fam. See, Carolyn, I don't be knowing. Y'all chill, y'all on that early. Y'all know dude don't know what he talking about. What's his name? Come on now. We was all gonna just look past that comment. We was all finna look past that comment. He talking about what he don't even know what he talking about. But apparently, Sticker Pot, I have 2 wives, so hopefully I can handle my business and pull that off. It seems like a hefty task right there, having two wives. What kind of ring is it, Carolyn? Or what color is it? Is it like silver? Is it gold? Or what? Yeah. Oh, we finna kick it, y'all. I got some questions tonight, y'all. I ain't been here neither. I ain't been here to see y'all. I ain't been here to chop it up. I ain't been able to engage with the community. I ain't been able to keep things in order. I don't like that. I like keeping stuff in order. Even when stuff out of order, I like to know that I'm having it in order in another way than what's being shown. And I feel like I ain't been able to show no order here at all whatsoever. So we finna get to the bottom of that tonight. We finna correct that. We finna get some order laid down. We finna establish some more pillars into our community here tonight. Stick a pot. Everything that's sweet is not good for you. Stick a pot. Do you know that sugar is ran rapidly in America? Do you know that America is the most obese, unhealthy nation in the world right now? Do you know that sweet things will give you a toothache? Do you know, stick a pot, that sweet things will rot your teeth? Stick a pot, do you know that sugar is horrible? Let me chill, okay? Oh. What you mean, Carolyn? How am I pets? What you mean? How am I pets? What you mean, Carolyn? Wire hanger. I moved like about a month and a half ago. The man said I could smoke a cigarette in the rain with my nose. I don't get that. It's almost funny. It's almost funny, but I don't get it. I could smoke a cigarette in the rain with that nose. So I'm gonna put the cigarette in one nose and hit it or something. You mad because I got big features, bro? That's what it is. You upset? I got little teeth. Look at my teeth. I got little teeth. Ain't nothing else little though. Ain't nothing else little. You mad about that? You wanna put some gloves on? What y'all in here talking about? Sugar gives you diabetes. Tell him, Ray. Kaylin said, I also have a quilt of my grandpa's that was made for him by his grandmother. That's 4 generations. It seemed like more than that. You definitely need to keep that quilt. I bet it feel good too. I bet that quilt feel good. That just reminded me of something, Carolyn. I'm glad you said that. Let me pin that. Oh, let me pin that because that just reminded me of something. Okay. The light is good. I can do this if it ain't good. What about that one? Y'all like that one? I'm gonna do it in this color. I don't know if I'm finna change that. Stick a pot. Why? You ask me all these personal questions. Who do you live with? Why you ain't got no profile picture? Why you don't got your real name up here? Why 3623? Man, you hear him? This man said, who do I live with? He said Bill Cosby. Stick a pot. Guess what? You want thin ice. I promise I'm not gonna say it again, stick a pot. You want thin ice. I ain't gonna say it again. The elegant, extravagant procedure doesn't comprehend the evaluation. If only it really had some real context behind it. Yep, Stray Kids. I still don't know what Stray Kids is. Jeremiah, I can't look like you, dude. There's no way. It's genetically impossible for me to look like you. But it's a chance that you might look like me. Where's my hairline messed up at? Denise Sanders? It's just a hairline. It's like, it ain't that important, really. I mean, I got something to say. But if all you want to worry about is my hairline, then I guess you just worry about my hairline. But I'm not worried about it. Guess. It is. Hold on. No, you can't ask me stick a pot. You need to go through the chain of command. And your question's been all across the wall, all over the floor, all up my nose, like they said. You've been all up your nose. No, you need to follow in the chain of command. You cannot ask me questions directly. No, you cannot. Do a backflip. Miss Ward, how you doing? Welcome in, Miss Ward. That's a win for Miss Ward. How you doing tonight? Welcome into the community. I'm glad you caught the laugh. I'm glad you in here with us and you found some people to just chop it up with. Let's just keep it real tonight. Let's just chop it up. I got some questions for y'all. I hope y'all got some answers for me. I got a guest coming in tonight. Y'all already might know who it might be. But yep. If it ain't too late, we're gonna have a good time tonight, y'all. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna talk. We're gonna smile. We might even cry. Might even cry some. Y'all down to cry with me? Last night, me and my woman, we cried together. I said we cried together. No. I cry, you cry, we cry together. I cry, you cry, we cry together. Oh, what y'all talking about? Y'all dropping big words in here. I love me some big words. We can discuss the existential consequences of living virtuously and with honor versus living in a constant state of transgression. I'm tripping. Is transgression not life? Is transgression not the meaning of life? Is transgression not inevitable? That's what I say to that, Carolyn. D-Cool Streamer, what's going on? Freddie, what's happening? Oh yeah, you ain't seen, ain't you? If I ain't mistaken, Carolyn is talking about, oh wait, let me go back to it. Appreciate that 100 gift miracle times 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times 8. Any more times 8. Appreciate them gifts, that's cool right there. If y'all don't mind, please smash like or dough, tap the screen, whatever you gotta do so we can get that pineapple looking emoji up there. Whatever y'all gotta do, can y'all do that? I appreciate them likes, I appreciate them gifts. That's cool right there. That's gonna keep me in the spirit. That's gonna keep my energy flowing. And that's gonna make the live go better than expected. So Carolyn's talking about us just living. She said, with the consequences of living virtuously, with honor, versus living with a constant state of transgression. Carolyn, break it down. Go ahead and break it down. Because I want to say what it means, but I don't want to sound crazy. And I always like to hear people expand on what they got to say first before I jump all into it with my verbiage. Ah, yeah, you said, was that some good verbiage? That was some excellent verbiage. That stumbled me. So, yes, that was beautiful right there. I loved it because it made me think. And when it makes me think, my gears and my blood get to pumping. And then when I think, I either know it or I don't know it. And if I don't know it, that means I need to go research it. See what I'm saying? And when I research it, that's sharpening me because I'm learning something that I didn't know. And that's what I need. And you saying $4.99. Killing the GOAT. Killing the GOAT. Appreciate that. Thank you. So we gonna, Carolyn, I got some questions. We finna chop it up tonight. We finna chop Blaze. That's what I should have named the caption. That's what I should have named the caption. Are y'all ready to chop Blaze? Nah, but what you said, it really held some weight and it got some velocity to it, you know. You were saying basically about, you know what I'm saying, what we have to deal with here, dealing with the things we have to deal with, you know what I'm saying, us being people here in our life. Should we just live with the consequences or, you know what I'm saying, deal with the transgression? I have to go back to it again. You were saying some stuff. See how I can't just get it out right? That's because I hardly know what you were saying. That's why. Oh. What I got on my mind, Tanika? What I got on my mind? I got a lot on my mind actually, but we gonna take it slow, but we gonna get to it. Carolyn said, question, what do you believe happens when someone passes on? What happens to the soul? What is the soul made up of? I know exactly what happens. Y'all wanna know? Y'all ain't know I had this kind of knowledge, did you? I know exactly what happens. Do you want me to tell you? What's my favorite song by King Von? What's the song when he went to jail? When he was like, and he realized ain't nobody have his back. YKK Carson. What's that song by Von? Let me tell you how it go in here. It's cold in here. Lose your soul in here. It was something like that. That man said, Shade, man, I got a personal barber that pulls up on me. What you get? Am I a veteran? No, I ain't no veteran. Bro, you just told me to shut up. Now you talking about something I can sing. You really finna get kicked out. I advise you right now, while everything's still going in your favor, to type as less as you can. Just slow it down. This is what you're doing, Silo, Jordan, and this is what I need you to do. This is where you at. This is where I need you. Just chill out. Okay, so back to Carolyn's question. She was saying, what happens after you transition? What happens after you go towards the light? What happens after you pass on? What's next? Y'all want to know what's next? When you die, you either go to heaven or hell. How you spend your time here will determine it. Heaven and hell are all states of the mind. Heaven and hell are all conditions of the mind. To be in hell is a condition. To be in heaven is a condition. When somebody do good things for you, you in heaven, you lifted, you elevated, you feeling better. That's a condition of heaven. When you in hell, when somebody dumb, they dumb as hell. When somebody cold, they cold as hell. When somebody ugly, they ugly as hell. So hell is a condition of your mind. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that the Bible is read off, and things like parables. Hold on. And things like parables and other things that it's not just transparent to the basic thinker. So heaven and hell are both conditions of your consciousness. You can do things to be in heaven. You can do things to be in hell. You act the way you act, like you said, will put you in either heaven or hell. Boom. Listen, Gabriel said, I think the Bible says life is like a breath, that is how short it is. You die every day, you lay to rest. That's what Ray said. Sticker Pie said heaven and hell are real and eternal. How we gonna see? Do you want us to believe that, Sticker Pie? How do you want us to believe anything you say when you can't even type right? You're not even spelling your words right. It's like you're not spelling words right, but you want us to believe what you got to say. Now, why would that make sense to us? Why does that make sense to you? Now, I want you to go get yourself together and then come back and start typing. Carolyn said, I believe the soul is the energy released from the body when it stops working. Transfer of energy, it is released. Yeah, because energy show, if y'all know anything about physics, y'all know energy does not die. It passes on, it passes around, but you can't kill energy. Hold on, I got somebody at the door. Hold on. My fault, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Sticker pie, ain't nobody. If I'm mean to you, it'll be okay. I ain't a mean person, so if I'm seeming mean, I'm just giving you some truth, and in hindsight, it'll make sense to you. You'll be okay. I'm whatever. All right, so here go my answer. Cosmic Black, appreciate it. I really ain't doing nothing, just a little bit of something. So here go my answer. Carolyn said, what happens when you pass on? But I'm gonna read your answer real quick before I get mine. You asked what happens when you pass on, when you leave this life, when you pass away. You said, Carolyn said, I think hell is made up of guilt, regret, shame. Carolyn be cooking. She be cooking with a big old spoon. The soul feels and has to face the consequences of actions during life. So this is my question to that though. Do you feel like that place that you call in hell, do you feel like that could be in this life still? Because you saying you have to deal with the consequences. It's like you doing something now. Would you still have to deal with the consequences? So if that was the case, if you ran your car into somebody else's car and you know you had been drinking and you caused the accident, you see what I'm saying? The actions that or the reaction to that, do you feel like that could bring you to that shame feeling that you're saying and to put you into a condition of hell in your mind because you feel like, you know, it was your fault, you did this wrong. So not to say that it's not afterlife. I mean, I ain't taking that away from y'all. It could be, you know what I'm saying, after, you know, after your life is over with, you could be dealing with things. But I know for a fact that you deal with things while you're still alive. So therefore, hell is still a condition of life too. It's a condition of your mind here in life, not just people think that, oh, you're gonna pay for that and afterwards. No, you're gonna pay for that nowwards. You're gonna pay for it here in the life with this breath that's still coming in and out your body. So I don't know, I agree with that. I agree with that. The soul feels and has to face the consequences of the actions during life. Okay, so you agree with it too. You basically said what I'm saying. Okay, y'all ready? I'm finna tell y'all what happened after you die. This what happened, y'all. This what happened. I don't know. You don't know. They don't know. He don't know. We don't know. She don't know. Three don't know. We don't know. That's what happened. And that's the beauty of it, for real. Yes, Tanika, really. Yes. Yes, Ray. That's the beauty of it, for real. We don't know, because if we did know, do you know what type of, like, entitlement that'll give people? That'll be like a type of wisdom that people couldn't handle. That'll be a type of knowledge that people wouldn't be ready, you know what I'm saying, to acknowledge. We don't need to know that. We don't need to understand what happens after life, because our knowledge only goes so far. And after our knowledge goes to its highest capacity, we got to give it up to the Creator. You see what I mean? And that's what makes the Creator so great. And we just got to abide to that. And we should abide to that. We don't know. We don't need to know. We don't know. We don't know what happens after you die. We don't know all kind of things. We don't know how our eyes is what we see from. Why don't we see from our eyebrows? We don't know why we can't see what we breathing in, the air. Yeah, we can see clouds, air with condensation and water and humidity, H2O in it, but we can't just see just flat out air. You know, we don't know all type of things, and it's like that for a reason. But we do know all type of things, and that's also like that for a reason. So let's just stick to what we know. Let's do good, be good, and stick to what we know. But I don't know what happened after we done. See what I'm saying? See how I don't got no idea what happened, but I do understand that I don't know. That means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. It's not for me to understand what happens after I die, but it's for me to understand the conditions of hell and heaven here while I'm here. Like Carolyn was saying, it is for me to know that my actions cause a reaction. It's here for me to know the consequences of the things I do. You know what I mean? Through how I feel. You feel when things be wrong. So you see how you know that? You see how naturally it comes off when you do something wrong. If you smack somebody for no reason, or if you take it too far and keep hitting them because they saying crazy comments, and you done finally caught up with them, and you just on them, and everybody pulling you off, and you like, you throw them off you, and you just did it, and they like, I apologize, and you just like this, every smack they talking about, they apologize, you ain't stopping, you just steady smacking them. You know that ain't gonna feel right. You know you gonna know that you're wrong. So it's things like that you do understand, and it's things like what happened to you after you die that you don't understand. So I feel like you should take both for what they are. Ray said we're not breathing air, we breathing consciousness. Nah, for real, you got me there. Beautiful correction. You got me there. TikTok says, peace to the gods. Do you believe in many gods? I believe in the monotheistic one God, Allah, the merciful, the beneficent. I believe in the one God. I believe that when I say peace to the gods, you gotta understand that we were made in the likeness of God. We were made in the image of God. When I say peace to the gods, I mean we can do great things with the abilities that God gave us. When I say peace to the gods, I mean that when we are at our best selves and our greater selves and our good selves, we are manifestations of the one God. There's not more than one God. There is one creator. Peace to the gods. We are manifestations of that one God when we are at our best. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta handle your business though. You can't just be peace to the gods and peace to the earth as well. Why you all on my TikTok? Sticker Pie, who are you? Who is you? Cause I feel like you working for J. Edgar Hoover. Carolyn said, I just can't believe when someone dies, that's it, just gone. All of someone's experience, personality, just gone. I feel like that's a very wise belief, Carolyn. And I definitely, yeah, I agree with that. But I believe it's too deep for YouTube. I feel you, right? Okay then, Sticker Pot. Assalamu alaikum. You believe in the one God as you should. Unless you're a pagan, then you only would believe in one God. See, pagans had the belief of other things and other beings being gods, like the rocks being gods and the sun being a god and the trees and the animals being gods, but that's not the case. Peace to the gods. God is in you. That's right, that's right. You a fan? I need you to be a tolerable fan. A tolerable fan, yeah. I need you to be a good fan, Sticker Pot. Did you? A Lambo or a Mercedes, someone how I became ridiculous. Yes, the indiscretion videos, they cool. They cool. Imagine seeing your you said your fur babies. Imagine seeing your dog Carolyn after everybody's passed on, and and your dog he started talking to you. And he'd be like, Carolyn, you remember that one time you scratched my back when I was sick? I love you for that. Imagine your dog talking to you. Now, it's crazy how people always say that, oh, my dog never did me wrong. And my dog will always, you know what I'm saying? But they be failing to realize that your dog can't talk. If your dog could talk, y'all probably wouldn't have had a relationship the way that y'all had. Not that I'm saying that about you, Carolyn, but I'm just saying some folks. I know all your dogs lucky because I see how you be treating them. I know they good. They living their best life. NBA Keeper, what's up? Okay. Maybe. They might did. I got a question, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I got a question. I got a couple questions. I don't look nothing like Kevin Hart. Okay. The man said, okay. No, I don't like the NBA. No, I really don't, honestly. But look, can y'all hear me? What's a fun date? Like, what do y'all think? What's like an ideal date? Like, if y'all could get like the person y'all wanted and take them on a date somewhere, like, and money wouldn't be an issue, location wouldn't be an issue, you know, none of the things that trouble what you're trying to get done would be an issue. What would you do? Like, where would you go? How would you do it? The movies, that's it. So if you can take any girl you want in, bro, and do anything with her, as far as a date now, you'll take her to the movies and sit in a chair that 1,000 other people can sit in, around 30 other people with overpriced popcorn, playing 9-ball. What number date? A walk to the park. Nothing too serious. Unlimited budget. Ain't no budget, bro. It's no budget. You can go have $1 million date if you want to, in $1 million car, at $1 million location, and give the valet driver $1 million tip. Somebody said, don't waste your money. Kevin said, take them someplace special, see the stars, share a moment. Nah, for real, it's something about them stars. That's a good one, Kevin. Y'all wanna know what I do? NBA Keeper. Give me that idea, right? Give me that idea. Nah, look, this is what I do. Wait, let me read Tanika's. What she say? Mine would be a picnic in the park and watch the sunset. I love the parks, first of all. And I never really watched the sunset. I kind of always watch the stars, like Carolyn said. But the sunset, that's something I'm gonna have to look into. I ain't thought about the sunset before. Look, y'all, this is what I thought about. Now, this like the ideal date, right? I don't know about y'all and like how y'all was in school and high school and all that, but yeah, my high school wasn't all that. My high school wasn't lit like that. So I didn't go to class a lot, for one, because I was late. But I didn't go to homecoming. I didn't go to prom. These are things like I heard about. I can only assume some of y'all did too. I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to homecoming. All I did was hear about it. Like, I always heard about people going to prom before I could get to 12th grade. I always heard about people going to homecoming. I never got there. And once it got around to me, I still didn't go for like behavior reasons, like me, you know what I'm saying? Not participating with school like how they like me to. So I ain't go to homecoming, I ain't go to prom, I didn't go to none of that. I sat back and watched people go. And I kind of wanted to go, but I just knew that it wouldn't have went right. Like I had to do too much stuff to try to go. And that wasn't cool with me. I wasn't gonna do that. So I never went. I ain't never go to prom, I ain't never go to homecoming. So this is what I do. If I could have a date that I wanted to have, I would take my person back to their high school. I rent out the school, nobody there. I rent out of school and go to the auditorium and I let us have a prom. I had a prom that I never got to have. I put my tux on with my bow tie, whatever, or my little mini tie, and let her wear her dress, and we'll go to her high school or whatever, and we'll just dance, we'll listen to the old music from back then that they used to play. But that's what I do though. I had a big punch bowl and everything. Anthony Thomas, yeah, you tripping, yeah. Let me take your girl and do it then. Tell your girl, come here. Tell her I said, let her dress up in her best dress, let me buy it. I'm gonna go get my best tux. And I'm gonna rent out her high school and I'm gonna take her to prom and play all that old good music. And she gon', yeah. Hold up. Let me see something. What's going on? Bro, how did you get on here? My bad, first of all, hold on, let's rewind. Let's go back real quick. Let's go back, bro. Let's go back. My fault, bro. Is that even you? That's you, bro? I done said some crazy stuff. Just that quick, I done said some crazy stuff. My fault, bro. I'm tripping. Did you hear the topic though we was talking about? So look, I'm finna ask you. All right. So what's the ideal date with you, you know what I'm saying, your old lady? If money didn't play a part in it, time ain't played no part, the kids, like what's the best date? What's the best place to go on a date? And bro, how did you find me on here? Oh, that's crazy. Then I got to say some wild stuff too. That's my partner in the chat down there, man. I really need to call you, really, bro, because I really need to chop it up with you. This man says my mama name is Wanda. Is your mama name Miss Huckleberry? That man said I caught you. You a fool, bro. What's the deal, babe? Yeah, we on here chopping blades, man, you know. We on here talking, we having some good conversation. Rhonda, that's a female in my life that's very near and dear to me. That's who that is. Y'all. Bro, we not kin. Your name is Huckleberry. No, we not kin. Y'all see who that is back there? G. He finna follow up in here. We finna bust these questions in half, y'all. We finna chop it up. Y'all finna get two perspectives. Y'all finna get one side from me and the other side from PAT. That might sound like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Did I do that?
Like Urkel.
That might sound like Urkel.
We should smoke that Urkel. Ease my mind.
No, I don't play Madden. But yeah, that'll be my date though. So is that crazy? Am I wrong for that?
Huh?
For... Nah, this was a question. I said, I really need to hook the mics up. I said, yeah. So look, my ideal date was if money wasn't no option, time wasn't no option, you know what I'm saying, things like that, I'd take a female that I got feelings for, and I'd take her to her high school, and we'll relive prom. I don't got no microwave, brother. I got an air fryer, and I'm finna get rid of that too, because I heard something about microfibers that get into your food. So I'm finna get a glass air fryer. I'm probably finna throw that one out, or get a ceramic one. Yep, there you go. Wrap it up in there. Carolyn said, hi, Patty Pooh.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Patty Pooh.
It's a
Different strokes.
You got refried beans. You got rebaked chicken.
Brandon made that?
Granny made that.
Oh yeah, you going off.
You don't smell
Hey, Aunt, you doing something? Aunt, you gonna come on the show, bro? Aunt, say the word. Say the word, brother. I got a spot for you. I ordered a new chair. It'll be here any day. You gonna come on the show? You gonna come on the podcast, whatever you want to call it, the podcast, the show. Pull up. I ordered a chair, bro.
Hey, that twist, what's it? This other one yours? This right here.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole refrigerator full of them.
Oh, okay. I can't smoke. Okay.
Already. Okay, then. Already. You got some time. I know you got some time to make it. I know you got some time.
Which one is yours?
Tanika.
Which one yours?
Right side.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. They just like though.
Tanika. Nigga, you be spoiling me. Ray says we keep it Patty Pooh. Nah, that's my Aunt, that's my partner right there, y'all. Y'all, he a good dude. If I call somebody my partner, y'all already know they a good dude. They family oriented. They handle their business as a man. They do the things they should do as a man.
My brother, not my partner, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Aunt though.
Oh, Aunt? Who is
Yeah,
that?
bro. You remember Aunt, man?
Oh, the one you was telling me about the other
Yeah,
day?
stay in the neighborhood on the end.
I can't. Yeah, I think I do.
We'll talk about it.
Was his mama deaf?
I don't know. We'll talk about it though.
Okay.
But all right then. You got something to say? All right then. So yeah, PAT here, y'all. We finna.
What it do, y'all? What it do, man? It's PAT the done. I'm in the building, man.
I got the mics, really. We can get the mics out.
Let me get the mics up.
Yeah. And then
Remember I was in the cell.
we're gonna hit these questions that I get. We're gonna hit these questions. Nah, I might have to charge my phone up first, cause look, I ain't even got that much charge. We're gonna get the mics out in a minute.
Later. We'll do it later.
But let me see that box. Kind sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, at the bottom. At the bottom. I'm finna charge this motherfucker, so. And then throw that over. Let me see. See, it ain't easy. I gotta look at all this stuff I be having to do, y'all. And they be tripping, talking about a membership, talking about they not finna pay. Y'all know how much money I had to pay to get this stuff going? It was not free. Not y'all, because I know y'all know, but I'm just saying the stragglers. The straggler people coming in and out. The non-community. Like I had to get camera stands, microphones, chargers, cords. Y'all know the kids love chewing on the chargers. So I gotta buy at least 2 chargers about every week. It do not be easy. I definitely be paying money to do this. And then it really be insulting when somebody get on here talking about I'm not paying. When I done already paid. I basically done paid for you in advance. And it's like, you really not saying I'm not paying. You saying I'm not reinstating you. And then you taking my time on top of that. So yeah, I got some questions, y'all. I'm gonna let PAT answer. Really, I'm gonna find my shades since I'm turning back into the host. I'm finna find my shades. I'm gonna let PAT answer the questions, and I'm finna fall back a little bit and still fall in when I need to. She said, "There's my Patty Pooh."
What's going on? What's going on? He said, how have you been, Pat? Who is this girl? Who is there? Tanika. I've been good, Tanika. I've been holding it down. I just got work.
Tell them about the job, brother. Tell them about the job.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, what y'all didn't know, well, let me introduce myself again for people that don't know. I'm Side Brother, man. My name is PAT the Don. That's what they call me. That's my entertainment name. I'm recently released from prison. I did 13 years, and I really have accomplished a lot of things through trial and error. And the reason I'm saying this now is leading up to my job. A month ago, I quit. I'm a rapper. A month ago, I quit my job at AutoZone. I was working like 10 months. And I swear I never seen any relief to where only thing I got out of that job was a car, enough money to get a car to pay a car note. So I quit my job and I was Ubering, and I just I told myself that I was greater than where I was working at, so I had a bigger purpose. And I sat around a lot of people at their job. They complain. And I'm the type of person that I take action when things are like that because I'm a leader. I like to lead by example. And if I can be the example, I will do that. So I quit. At the time, a lot of people doubted my move, but I didn't doubt my own move. I didn't listen to what people told me that wasn't true. So I went to Atlanta after quitting my job. I went to Atlanta, LinkedIn. I went down to Atlanta, LinkedIn with some good musicians, man, some good producers and everything. Chasing my dream.
Man, they call ATL the Black Mecca.
The Black Mecca. Yeah, and I swear it's so much togetherness out there. Man, it's unbelievable. Coming from where I come from, can't speak for everybody because a lot of people in different places where there is a lot of common ground stuff, here, it's all over the place. But I was out of a job I've been out of a job for the last 33 days. 33 days. And I started my job this Monday. But this how restoration works. When I come back, on the way back from Atlanta, I had a blowout in Mississippi. Well, first I had a blowout in Alabama, then I had a blowout in Mississippi. So it takes almost 7 hours and 37 minutes from my house to where I was in downtown Atlanta. And basically, I wound up having to surrender my car when I got back because I couldn't Uber, my car was messed up, I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of stuff wrong with it on the way back. And with that said, through perseverance, patience, steady going hard at everything that I do, I got my car and my job back the same week. And the job I got is what I've been waiting on since I've been home. A job that pay me every week instead of bi-weekly. And it pays more than what I did, what I was getting at first, the wages I was getting at first. But with this said, everything that I just said, leading up from the introduction to now, everything I just said is a symbolism of strength. It's a symbolism of patience. It's a symbolism of humility. It's a symbolism of triumph. And for anybody out there that feel like they can't make it, listen, I was just with nothing, butt naked in a cell. Came out here, I didn't even have a ride home from prison. Didn't know nobody's number. Came home, I didn't have a package. Nobody gave me money. Nobody gave me clothes, anything. I did what I had to do. I had a brother that was at home at the house I'm paroled to, and he had clothes there. I had to wear my brother's clothes, and I'm bigger than him. So I was going to school, I was going to barber school, getting bullied and everything by these grown folks. I'm getting bullied about the clothes I got on. You know, I'm hearing the whispers and stuff. It was so many things factoring for me to give up. It was so many things factoring in for me to give up. Each and every day, each and every week, not even just at the school, just everywhere I was going, it was like things was irritating me and people were just shooting daggers at me. But I'm gonna tell you, I stayed strong. That's why I'm able to be right here, head up, chest out. You know, and I'm just waiting for the rest of my blessings, man. And if you feel like you're not blessed out there, you are. Each and every individual, I can't see you, but if you're on this net and you come in and you're watching, you must be an able body. And that is the main blessing. Being able. When you're able, you get the job done. You know, procrastination begets humiliation. Once you procrastinate, when it's time to show up and show out, you're gonna be humiliated because you ain't handling your business. So I would have been humiliated now at 32 years old if I didn't handle my business even through Atlanta. I got my job locked in while I was on my way on the freeway. Those 8 hours I locked in the job. Within 8 hours, I contacted the supervisor and I locked in the job in 8 hours. When I come back that Monday, I stayed in Atlanta for a week. I came back that Monday and I had my blessing. So I just want to tell you guys, man, you know.
I got a question. So out of everything you had to do when you came home, as far as your business, as far as on the list of priorities, where do you feel like a relationship holds its place there?
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I did 13, and I was 18 when I went in. You know, I had a lot of people try to write me. You know, I dealt with a lot of different situations where, you know, I had to formalize, and I'm gonna get to where I'm going, and that's the reason why I'm gonna answer the question the way I answered. I had to formulate in my head 2 different types of love. You got a universal love, and you got an intimate love. A universal love is like, man, I love my community. I love my neighbors. I love, you know what I'm saying? It's just a universal love. Y'all people, we living in the same area, you know. But it was the knowing. People knew me. Oh, I love you. Write me. Da 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 da. But it wasn't an intimate love. It wasn't the love I was seeking. So for so many years of me not having the affection that I really wanted, when I got out here, I prioritized a relationship as the last thing that I need. And the reason why I say this, I'm gonna tell you this. Social media, the internet, all these gadgets and gadgets, all these clothes, everybody doing this every time they get on the camera, waving the money and all this, doing all that. That's what got relationships. They're deteriorating because you even have people that's been together before this internet, before this stuff blew up like this, and they can't even function as a couple now in their 50s, 40s. These are people that's before internet, you know, and social media. And I feel like at this time, you know, till I meet a shovel and pail type woman, I don't really feel like I would prioritize. Huh?
You want to work in the garden?
No.
What them
Shovel and pail is mean no electricity. We still like the old ways. Like I don't really approve. If I'm in the area, I really don't approve of all this texting and talking. Let's pull up like the old days. Let's meet up at a skate rink, a park, a movie, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But social media. You know, you can't even date now with pure intentions of having something in life. People will focus on infidelity the whole time they're in a relationship because they don't want to get cheated on. They'll focus on infidelity through and through. But then it's like, when you gonna focus on the business? When you gonna focus on trying to get where you want to go in life? You know, so it's a misconstrued understanding nowadays in a modern, I'm gonna say a modern relationship, because a lot of you guys have been in a relationship 10 plus years, 15 plus years, and it's working for you guys. But he asked me, getting out. For the people that just now tapping in, he asked me, while getting out from my situation in prison, how would I what would the priority, what's the risk, high or low, for a relationship in my life? How would I prioritize a relationship in my life?
Yeah, so how important is a relationship to you?
Right now, it's not. You know, I've tried it.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, being honest, you just
3.
said
3.
everything you went through.
3.
A relationship, you calling it a 3?
3.
Why so low?
So low because I got so much to accomplish, so much to do, and I just got out here. And majority of the women I meet, they ain't just do 13 years like me. So it's gonna be hard for somebody to accept that I'm 32 and I don't have the attributes as a 32-year-old should have. It's gonna be hard to accept. It's gonna be hard for somebody to accept me because I want frequent 6. A lot of women ain't into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not burnt out. A lot of people burnt out. They done did a lot of different things while I was gone that I have not have a chance to experience. So it's like the things I want to experience, I can't. With a lot of different people, I have no children. So I get into these situations since I've been out. I get into situations where everybody has a child, and you know, I want my own child. And majority of women can't have children anymore. You know, like I don't know where that's why it's a 3 too. That's another reason. That's a strong 3 because majority of women in my age can't have children anymore. Even in their late 20s can't have children anymore.
I don't say majority. I'd probably say majority of the ones
that I've met.
That you met.
Yeah, that I've met. That's why I was saying the situations I've been in, they can't have kids anymore. So it kind of dim my light on having a relationship because no woman wants to just get with a man and let him have a child.
Okay, look, so that brings me to my next point then. So in a relationship, do you feel like people are in relationships, you feel like it's because of love that people are in relationships, or you feel like more people in relationships for survival or fear? I want to know from the chat too, do y'all think relationships are based off of love nowadays, or are they based more off of survival? Let's just do it with those two. Are relationships based more off of love or survival? Love or survival? Which one? What y'all think? And what you think too, Perry?
I'm gonna say all 3, but I'm gonna put it in order. Starting with 3, love always gonna be last. That's the last thing. Love is always last. So we're gonna put that in last.
It could be.
You said survival and whatever?
And fear.
And fear.
A lot of people get in relationships out
Number
of fear.
2 is survival. Number 1 is fear because people fear being alone. They fear being vulnerable. So, you know, they want somebody they can be comfortable with. Can I trust you? Can I get comfortable with you? You know, you make me open up, this and that. You know, that's the first thing. They want their walls breaking down. Man or woman, they want to be able to somebody that they can open up to. So fear is like the main thing. Survival is next. Cause then now, you know, well, you done made me feel some type of way. Ain't no woman gonna stay with no man that ain't got no money. Ain't no woman gonna stay with no man that's not producing or providing, even if she ain't providing. I don't know how the world got like this, but it's like cater. Man has to cater. But I'm about teamwork makes the dream work. So with that lineup right there, you know, that's another reason why it's a 3. Because, you know, love always gonna be in the right spot. It's gonna always be in the right spot. And the reason why I say that, because somebody said pause.
Look at it.
What the
I don't even
hell?
know what you said.
Nah, cause I don't even know what I said, but I know what I said, but like I ain't say nothing for somebody to say pause.
Don't worry about it.
Somebody just taught me what pause is, bro, like 2 weeks ago, bro.
They had to show me too.
That's crazy. Yeah, we say everybody, fucking everybody. It's not a real thing no more. And I agree with that.
So look, this is what I think. I think when it comes to relationships, out of love, fear, and what was the other one? What I said, love.
You said love, fear, survival.
And survival. Okay. So, all right. I feel like survival is big. A lot of times in our community, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm gonna speak from my experiences. A A lot of time in our community, uh, us as men, we definitely want to get money. We black men, we know how to get money. We deep down is what we want to do. We want to go out. We want to be productive. We want to get some money. You know what I'm saying? We want to use our body, use our mind, use whatever resource we got to get some money. So we gonna do that. And females, they want to be nurturers too. So to nurture, they have to have the proper setup. So they gonna have a home. So I feel like in a lot of cases, men that have money and females that have a home, and we'll get together. You know what I'm saying? We'll still be attracted, but we'll get together just on those bases right there, and a relationship will thrive, even though it's no love really there. It's just the home and the money and the home, and they collaborate, and it builds a relationship, and from that relationship come kids and everything else. But that's not necessarily love. That's money, and you know what I'm saying, and a home and nurturing. So that right there, that's survival, I feel like. And a lot of relationships built off that. When it come to fear, like Lil Pat said, he really hit that dead on the head. I ain't even got to explain. He said people are afraid of being alone. That's real, because I ain't going to lie. Just to be honest with y'all, for a long time, I ain't going to say I was afraid to be alone, but I didn't like it. It was discomforting for me to be alone. I didn't agree with it. I was looking for a crowd, you know what I'm saying? Not to just do anything with and be foolish, but just to, you know what I'm saying, spend my time, have that companionship like any other human. That's human nature. But through those instances, you learn that being with all kinds of people ain't necessarily what you need. So people do have a fear of what you said, of being alone.
Being alone.
Yeah, you gotta be alone to get through that though. You gotta spend enough time by yourself to realize that. You gotta spend enough time with people too to realize that you don't need to be around people like that. So fear is definitely real, survival is definitely real, and love, I don't know. I think when things are right in your life and you're at a good spot mentally, you can get in a relationship based off love. But you really need to be at the right place financially, mentally. You know, you need to be a mature person to be in a relationship based off love for it to work. Because there's people that get in relationships and they get into relationships off of love a lot of the times, but they don't have the proper resources to feed their relationship. They just have love, and love is not really paying anything. Love ain't really getting you where you need to go. Love is making you feel how you want to feel, but reality still sets in. So love kind of would be on the back burner with me. You know, I kind of feel like relationships nowadays are ran first by survival, second by fear, and third by love. That's just how I feel like how it goes. Like, I'm not saying that's how I choose to go in the order I want to see it in, but that's the order that I see. Somebody said scared of 10, how high are you? Okay, how high do I look? Are my eyes red? You thought my eyes were gonna be red, huh? No, they not. Scared of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
That's what you just asked them?
Yeah, but I got another question I want to get to too.
I'm listening. I'm gonna come sit down here.
I'm looking at some of these comments, but when you come sit down, I'm gonna hit you with it. Somebody said, but if you have love first, you can be scared together and survive. You can be scared together and survive. Okay, if you got love, you can be scared together and survive. If you got love and your girl is scared and y'all trying to survive, let me tell you what's gonna happen, brother.
She gonna find somebody.
She's gonna cheat on you. Your heart finna get broke so bad. You finna find her in y'all little closet doing things that you never know she could do.
Hold on. Listen. I got
Talking
something.
about y'all scared together trying to survive. You think you finna be scared with a female trying to survive?
Hey, I got
Okay.
something to say behind that right there.
You think she finna be with you just as weak, vulnerably, you just as weak and vulnerable as she is.
Listen.
When you broke and when you broke and trying to survive, so she can't trust you, you can't trust her.
Hey, man, they got all this stuff going around the internet. You know, the 50-50 thing, the whoop-de-whoop, all this. I'm going to tell y'all something. So I read a comment. I don't know if that was right, but I read a comment on there. And they said, Pat, that's not true. And I think the thing they was thinking about is when I said relationships is ran by this money. I'm going to tell you, it's real. It's true. Everybody trying to chase something. They chasing some type of currency. I don't know what level of currency everybody is chasing, but everybody chasing some level of currency because that's your security. That's your security right there. When you lock in with your money or you lock in with your passion, something that's feeding your household, that's your security. These women are brought up to seek security out of a man because a man is supposed to provide, protect, and maintain. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's only right. But don't come to my door with just your drawers off. Don't come to my door with no bra on. Don't come to my door with just, your silhouette. That's not enough. I need a partner. I don't need if I want to take care of somebody, I go adopt a child, or I go give it to the homeless or something like that. But I'm not in the fashion of building a relationship off currency, but that's where everything is at now. That's why Sai just said what he said. Your girl gonna cheat on you. You sitting around, you got her in fear. She living in fear. And you think y'all gonna survive? No, sir. She gonna come find somebody like me. She gonna be looking for me. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can just detach her from that fear. She gonna still come back home to you, but she gonna come play around with me. Because guess what I'm doing? I'm the substitute teacher. See, you the main teacher. You the one got her at home. You gaming her. You giving her all this type of fruitful information, supposedly fruitful information. But if a woman can't take what you telling her and take it to the bank and get cash back, there's no way she gonna keep coming back home.
So right here, he said, I'm a man. He said a man would too, and I'm a man talking. What you think about that? He's saying that a man do those same things that a female would by being broke and scared.
He's saying that he a man. I'm a man, and I would too. What he saying he would do?
He's saying that, like you said, the female, she not gonna be loyal because of the conditions that she living in, and you ain't bringing her out of it as a man.
And that's the reason why I don't be in relationships, because it ain't like the old days where your face card was everything. Like when we was in school.
But this is what he's saying. He's saying, but would you be loyal if you know what I'm saying, if you didn't have any luck on your side, are you gonna be loyal?
Yes.
If
I'm that type of person because I know my energy. I know my strength. I know what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So if my woman is down, she hell yeah, she's straight. Excuse my language. Yeah, she's straight. I'm gonna make sure she get help. Put it like this. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna come to it like I told you once before. On a few lives ago, I said I'm not gonna hate on my woman because she make more money than me. So it's vice versa. I wouldn't want my woman to be hating on me if I make more money than her. I don't want her to look at me crazy, huh?
Please don't. I'm looking at this comment right here with Tanika. She said, being in a relationship is about balance. Wherever your partner falls short, you lift them up.
Basically what I'm saying.
Whether it's money or anything else.
Basically what I'm saying right now. I'm not gonna let her go astray. I ain't gonna just leave her because if I chose to be with you, then I'm gonna stick it all the way out, no matter what. But people don't do that no more. I've been through situations like this since I came home, and it's like,
man, I'm gonna say this: when you ain't got no money, it get real on both sides. I didn't, for real. I'm just
on a personal level and a relationship
it
level.
get real on both sides. It's just that it ain't so much about you ain't got money. It's more about what you trying to accomplish at that time, and you not having the money to accomplish it, and your mind not being mature during these things. And that right there spills a storm of unloyalty, of, you know what I'm saying, lies, cheating, just doing whatever you gotta do so you can self-propel. So,
But
it's, hey.
And see, I'm telling you, like,
But it's all a lesson though. It's all a lesson at the same time, because even if you go through that and you turn out to be the worst example, you still can learn a lot through that, but you might lose somebody through learning it. You might lose somebody, but you're gonna learn a lot if you pay attention. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong if you fail. I feel like if you fail in that instance, you're not a horrible person. You might have did some horrible things. If you get broke, if you turned out to be broke and you started doing unloyal things to get your money so you can do a better thing, you know, I feel like that's a hell of a test. That's a hell of a trial. That's a hell of a tribulation. You did what you did. Hopefully you paid attention so you know how to apply it in the future. And you might have just lost that person, to be honest, yeah.
A lot of wisdom to understand how the alpha male will lead to make dreams come true. That's real.
What they say?
It's good to have a lady that is all about getting a lot of wisdom to understand how the alpha male will lead to make dreams come. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Let
It
me.
really is.
I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and I broke this. It was about relationships. I broke it down in the chessboard.
That man said sometimes sticking the neck can cause prison. If it cause prison, she gotta go.
Hey, look, the queen on the chessboard can move any way she wants.
That queen don't play.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Go back to the human form. A man, a upstanding man, can only move a certain way.
Yeah.
And what I mean by this, woman has this thing called vagina, and that's what a woman can do everything a man do and more, because she got this womb. You see what I'm saying? Then you go buy the other stuff we got. So, like I tell people like this, kingship and queenship is all royalty. Chessboard. The king is being protected at all times. The queen protects the king. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. They not looking at it like that. They like, well, the king supposed to protect the woman. The king is supposed to oversee and maintain his woman. Provide for and maintain. It's like walking into a old bar way back in the day. The woman running the bar. It's the man's bar, but you only gonna see the wife. You gonna see her running. She gonna make certain movements. Get out of here. Do this, do that. She's really not in charge, but she is managing me and my stuff. Just like on the chessboard. At the end of the day, when that queen come through, it's sweeping up everything, but the king is still protected. You know, so a lot of dudes want to keep their woman in the house. You gotta put your woman on wisdom and understanding so she can have things when you're not around, so she can have strength on her own. She don't have to go get it from these other men. She don't gotta go get it from over here, over there, because we building up a natural, organic, like morale. We building up an organic morale at home. It's nothing that's based off the internet. It's nothing that's based off what's going on down the street or what's going on at the bar. It's going on here. It's based off what we have created together. You know, so if a man can understand that, look, if you have a queen, you know, your queen should be able to go out and get things done too, because a woman can go in through doors that you can't.
Most definitely.
A woman can have conversations and have people open up to her in ways that you can't as a man. So teamwork make the dream work. Dude got to come together with his woman and have these type of conversations so she can go out and open doors that you couldn't open 5, 6, 7 years ago. But now you met this woman and she's willing to let you lead and actually follow what you're saying, and you send her out on a mission, and she come back and say, baby, I got that done.
Truly.
You know, so yeah. It's like that. You gotta be able to train your queen. At the end of the day, the king sit back on the throne. You know, when you let somebody come to your house, your throne, your house, your woman gonna make everybody plate for him. The man, I ain't finna get the man not getting up making the plate. The woman gonna make the plate. She gonna make the drink. She gonna set the whole setting the tone for the house. She gonna set the whole tone for the house. She gonna be the waiter for the other kings. You know, so it's like, it's that role that's played at home has to be played out. Like everybody say, it starts at home. That same role at home needs to be played out in the free, outside of your domain. And I really, truly agree that every woman in the world is strong as she's stronger than she can imagine. That's why she was created. I'm gonna tell you, go back to being fearful, being alone. God say man shouldn't be alone. That's why he created the woman. The woman was created because the man was lonely. The man needed a second opinion. God knew that. The man needed a second opinion. So with that said, we really can't live without each other. People say we can't live without them, can't live with them. We can live with them. They can live with us. Everybody just has to come to a common understanding that this is my role and this is your role. But see, that's where it come in at now. All this music and social media got the women say, no, we taking over. We the man and the woman. We this, we that, we, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of misconstrued the whole psyche of man and woman relationship.
So I want to get to this comment right here. She said, we already know women are strong. What would a man do? I feel like if a woman is strong and if she conscious of the things going on around her, her environment, where she is and where she should be, even where she came from, when she recognizes a man to be a man, she'll see that that man is handling business up to par. She'll see that he's healthy physically, mentally. She'll see that he's making money financially. He doesn't have to be rich, but he does need to have enough money to, you know what I'm saying, accommodate the things that he needs to do for himself and for his children. She'll see that he's not abusive verbally or physically. She'll see that that man is clean, you know, so just things like that. She'll see that man has a purpose. And in his purpose, she'll understand that, honestly, the woman isn't a part of a real man's purpose. She's aligned with it, but she isn't the purpose. That's what I think a lot of women kind of get confused. They want to be the purpose of a man. You know what I'm saying? They want to be his purpose, what he lived for, what he breathed for. But if you ever find a man that says, you're my purpose, you why I'm alive, you why I'm here, you everything, honestly, that's not a real man. He's not a real man, because a real man gonna know that his purpose is his purpose. His purpose is his mission given to him from God, his God-given mission on what he needs to do here on the earth with his time. And his woman is gonna be the person that helps him achieve that. And complete similarity, you know what I'm saying? And side by sideness, you know, not in he's over her and she's under him, but they gonna make it happen as a team. But she'll know and she'll understand as a real woman that she's not his purpose. She's a person that's gonna help get that God-given mission completed.
I know
so
Ray ain't say that.
That's a real man. That's what a real man gonna do. But you got to be healthy to realize and recognize a real man. And you got to be mature. What's going on? You can read what you want to read.
Ray gonna say they aren't married. They should be though. Come on, man. Don't even play like that.
You don't want to be married, brother?
That's nah. That ain't right. Tell y'all something, man. Y'all need to get that devilish stuff off your mind, man.
I think I missed something. She said, then why aren't you two married?
That's the
I don't get what you mean. I'm not saying what us being married has to do with what I'm saying. I'm not speaking about marriage, really. I'm speaking about me playing my part. I'm speaking about being a real... I know she's not... okay, she's talking. Nah, I'm not married. He not married. You married? Bro ain't married. I ain't married.
Single as a baby bird.
But I'm saying, what is it? Being married doesn't really have too much to do with it, because what if I was to get up and go get married tomorrow? What if he was to get up and go get married next week? Does that make what we saying any less, you know what I'm saying, true, or any less unreal, any less real? Don't worry about my sunglasses. Y'all are dodging what we talking about. Don't worry about the sunglasses. Let's talk about, let's get to the point. Let's talk about the point, not the sunglasses. But it ain't so much about being married. That's the thing. people want to jump to marriage, and no disrespect to the lady that commented that, but a lot of times people want to jump into marriage when it's not about jumping in the co-op and being co-op. You want to handle what you can handle by your singular, by yourself, and then you come together. You don't come together before you get your one person down packed. You know, you got to get you down packed first. So that's what I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about having myself together so that when it's time to be married, you can be married. Because if you just trying to get married before you ready and before you mature and develop, then you're getting yourself divorced is really what you're getting. It's not getting married, it's getting divorced.
Titles mess everything up.
And what is a marriage? What is a marriage? You bringing a government system into your personal feelings. It's like, what is a marriage? You don't have to be married anyway.
Listen, titles mess everything up. It's just like a woman or a man. I'll be like, I'm not answering your phone call because you don't got an iPhone. It's just a brand, a title. When you get married and that name, y'all names combined, that's a brand now. You know, it's these titles got everybody messed up because a person to be A-OK, fine with you. As soon as y'all get married, we're married. You're supposed to do this now. You're supposed to do this now.
How you make that voice though? Like that nagger voice that.
Yeah, we're married.
You done been out with your friends. you ain't spend the night with the kids. I've been here with the kids. You ain't been nowhere but to work.
You ain't been nowhere but to work. Hey, look, I had a woman just tell me. Or
even a man. You steady going out with your cousins. You steady doing this. You going, and the girl done been in the house with babies for 3 years straight.
3 years straight.
Let that girl get out, get some breath.
Hey, look. I had a woman tell me that she told me that she didn't want a relationship with me. Now listen, then she go off to say that I don't care, I'm woo to woo, like I'm with you, woo to woo, we together. So I'm like, dang, it's confusing. So this is first stage, second stage, third stage, full blown argument. We into it, yeah. The woman she tell me like this. She said that she told me that she didn't want to be in a relationship. And I told her, I said, now when did you say that? So she used that excuse right there. She said she told me one. She used that excuse right there to do what she wanted to do. For real. Like, it's like it was one day, like how we right now. Say for instance, you just walk in there, your child or your mama, she just blissful with you. And you go to the store and come back and they tell you, get all your shit, get out of my house, and you don't know what you did. That's how I felt. I got kicked to the curb because I was trying to pursue somebody. They told me that wasn't what they on. I'm like, so basically I'm retarded and dumb because I'm pursuing something that asked me to pursue them, and I didn't even approach them. They approached me. You know, like you got people out here that'll waste your time like that too, man. And the titles hit. Once them titles hit,
Ray said, "Are you date women that are compatible with you?"
I'm gonna tell you something. You don't know who you compatible with. Cause you swear up and down, you're compatible with somebody.
Yeah, it do be hard to tell sometimes.
A lot of the times, because you got to go through the fire with somebody. Somebody got to get put on some real pressure. Pressure has to be applied. Because you could be with somebody 3 years, strong. As soon as that pressure hit one time, you don't even know what you're dealing with. You're like, what? It's really you?
Delisha, how you doing? I feel like marriage kind of traditional. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said that's accurate. AF, they said that's super accurate, bro. I feel like marriage kind of traditional, honestly. I don't know. Maybe marriage could be beneficial, but I see it to be more detrimental than it is beneficial. But you know what I'm saying? If you can make it work, then who am I to say, then it doesn't work. What's going on, Russia? We here in America. We in the southern states.
I know Hannah watching.
We down south, baby. You know what I'm saying? We down here where they say Maine and high.
Hannah watching.
Down here. What's going on, Russia? Is Hannah watching?
She got to be watching.
She probably in there.
I know
some people in here. It was just like 4. That's 20 now. That thing go up and down now.
I ain't gonna lie though. Meeting Hannah showed me a lot about myself. Cause see, it's the lies that I've been told, and Hannah the only one telling me the truth, bro, about me. And that's the things I tell myself, and I move how I move because I am a boss. I really am a boss. I really am a solid entrepreneur. I really do strive each and every day. I never stop working. Like I cut hair too, y'all. I'm a barber through and through, day for day, a barber.
I'm gonna read this one comment. Harley said, I feel for most people it is detrimental because they're not taking the institution of marriage seriously. Many don't just because it's what they think they're supposed to do at that point of life. Okay, so what is the institute? I really want to get into that. What's the institution of marriage?
Tradition.
Because they're not taking the institution
The
of marriage.
mindset.
Okay, yeah. And many just don't because it's what they think they're supposed to do at that point of life. But that's the thing. It's not even just them. It's other people egging them on too. It's people telling them they need to get married. It's people influencing them. It's people setting things up. It's people funding their marriage.
The man is never the first. The man is never the first to initiate that marriage conversation. It's always the woman because, when are you gonna marry me?
Somebody said marriage is a business for women and emotion for men. And emotion for men.
It's a business for women, emotion for men.
Yeah. Race, I think it's detrimental too. Oh man, upstairs in the room somewhere.
I ain't going in there.
Kids and they're knocked out. I think you're right too. This is what Harley Soft Taco said. I think you're right too. I think it's a huge industry designed to actually attack what marriage is supposed to be. Why would you need to spend $60K on a wedding to prove you love someone? I'm glad you said that, Harley.
What she say?
And that brings me to my next topic. Do y'all know what it's gonna be? I'm gonna talk about this pretty much every day because it's so real and it go right over our head every day and we see it for other things that what it's really not. Capitalism. What's going on, modern human beings? Capitalism. She said, why does a wedding cost $60K? Because the whole industry of wedding and marriages have evolved to this thing to where you just dishing money out, throwing money out. It's evolved to a thing where people realize the emotion in it, and anytime it's emotion, it's money. You see what I'm saying? So marriage has been heavily capitalized on. It's been exploited, you know what I'm saying, by the industry, the whole industry of marriage, to the point to where it doesn't even really make sense anymore. To the point to where you sign the papers to put people in your business. And yeah, it does have its benefits because when a man dies and a woman has his last name, it entitles her to certain perks that'll help her live her life better. Excuse me. And that's true, but at the same time, the type of things that you also sign for, I don't know how worth it is. I don't know. I don't want to say exactly how detrimental it can be because I'm not married and I don't know everything that those people sign up for. You know, the prenup, I'm not exactly sure on how that works. And the other things, like with the estates and the assets and even some of the liabilities they have. I'm not sure how it all works, so I don't want to get too deep into it. But what I can tell you is that it's deep in the industry of capitalism and that the marriage industry, the marriage corporations, the people that's been doing marriage parties and selling marriage items, they know what they're doing. They know that they raising their prices. They know that they're adding things in, and it's really just it's a way to get your money. I'm gonna say it like that. That capitalism gonna show up every time, right, for real, because it's here every day in everything we do. We sitting here talking on the platform right now. This bathed and basked in capitalism. That's all. This what you think? This is YouTube. This is capitalism. I'm telling you. This is the phone that we typing on. That's from capitalism. Our chargers we using. This is our imperialism. This is our capitalism. And then it's not gonna change, and we're not gonna recognize it for what it is until we recognize it for what it really is. Somebody says you can have a small ceremony that doesn't have to cost a lot. You're absolutely right. But are you gonna be married? And yes, you will. So if you happen to get divorced, then what? If you happen to get divorced from that small ceremony that doesn't cost a lot, what'll happen then? Will it be free to get divorced? Okay then. So this is my point right here. That whenever you get through doing whatever you do with your feelings in this industry, they're gonna find a way to get money out them feelings.
You gotta be a real home invader to find Eve.
Crazy. What would you prefer to capitalism? What would I prefer? It ain't that capitalism is bad. It's some forms of capitalism that works, and it's not really bad at all. But when you exploit it the way it's been exploited, and you get to the level of some of these elites, and you have wicked ways, you see what I'm saying? You turn capitalism to a whole evil thing. But I ain't just against capitalism. I'm a capitalist. I understand the system and how it goes, but I understand at some point you need to stop and cut it off. At some point you need to have your morals together. And you don't see that going on here in America. Everything is capitalist, corrupt, crazy killers. That's what this is. It ain't the KKK no more, it's the CCC.
Killer 5 capitalists.
So you can still be capitalist and still throw it. You can still have social ways still. You can still have some, you know what I'm saying? It's some communist countries. It's just like everybody coming down on communism. Communism, oh, it's so bad and they can't do this and they can't do that. Well, that's far out. That's far out exploited communism. If you bring it in a little bit closer, you still can have levels of communism that really does work for everybody, where everybody really does have and make the same amount and still has health care and still have nice homes and still have beautiful towns and still able to get what they want to get, you know what I'm saying? But it's just when we get so far out to the point to where we getting greedy, none of these systems work. It ain't really so much about, so yeah, you kind of right, Ray. I'm kind of wigging out on capitalism when it's the exploitation of capitalism. So that's probably a subject for another day, though. But what would I prefer? I prefer righteousness, honestly. That's what I would prefer. Because if we had righteousness, none of these systems would really even matter. They wouldn't even be a subject. You would have health care. I have health care. You'll have a nice home. I have a nice home. You'll have transportation for you and yours. I have transportation. You'll have a decent job with decent pay and decent labor. And so would I. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I would like better?
What's that?
When we were born, every time if you start a family or you get farther enough in the family, they should have just told us when you're eligible for a house, when you get a certain age, they make you build your own house. I'd have built my own house. Just give us everything free. We'll build it out. We'll do everything ourselves. It's all good.
These people get y'all focus on the wrong. No matter how much you talk about, they go do what they want to do. See, you coming in with the wrong mindset right there. You sound like that's a victim mindset, and I refuse to ever take that type of mindset. If that's how you feel, then Frank White, that's how you feel. You saying they gonna do what they want to do, no matter how much you talk about it. So basically, you saying you know that you being wrong, and you just gonna sit back and allow it to happen from a person that has the same potential as you, even if they are at a higher position of power than you right now. They have the same potential you have, and you just want to lay down and just abide by it. So that's you. That's weakness. That's cowardism. You can stay over there with that. But I'm stronger than that. And if I see something wrong, and if I see something need to be changed, and I got the power to change it, which I do, I'm gonna make it happen. If I can't make it happen alone, I'm gonna find ways to form regimes and communities so that we can make it happen. That's nephew. That's AJ. You okay, nephew?
That's yes, sir.
That's cute as hell. Yeah.
Talking about Marquisa?
Yeah, he tripping, right? He talking about some, you can do it. You sound like, do you know what's gonna happen to you in prison if you talk like that? Talking about, man, these people got y'all focused on, no matter how much you talk about it, they gonna do what they wanna do. Man, if somebody was trying to rape you, would you keep that same attitude, brother? These people, I can just see you like this right here. These people gonna do what they wanna do. We can talk all we wanna talk. It's over with. Let them do what they want. You gonna wake up in the morning with a lot of stuff on you hurting. Meanwhile, I'm in the cell steady fighting. I ain't gonna have no breath in my body left, but hey, I'm gonna lead the man I came. While you talking about somebody gonna do what they wanna do.
Man, that came.
For real though. This man tripping, talking about lay it down. Boy, I'ma never say die. You crazy. You know, man, what? I'd have been shot. You know how many times I ain't never said die. You think, how can you change it? Frank White, do I know you? Cause let me see. That man said that's where I wanna go. How can you change it? How can you not change it? You cannot change it by doing what you're doing. You change things. Well, let's just think about it. Let's look into the word change. Change means, okay, so when we change something, we disturbing the events that are in place if we changing it, right? Okay. So if we gonna do that, then obviously we need to do the opposite of what's going on. So if we having a problem with capitalism, what's capitalism? This is where somebody what's going on? Turn the light on. You ain't go to the bathroom? PAT, turn the bathroom light on for nephew.
Okay.
He trying to go pee-pee.
Lift that seat up. There you go. Close up.
Okay, anyway, so let me get back to thinking. What was he saying? That we can't change it. Okay. First of all, do you know where you at talking about we can't change it? Do you know the type of weaker people that were here before you that these people gonna do what they wanna do? Do you know what the Boston Tea Party was about? Do you know what the whole upbringing of this country was about? We here, our existence here alone is based off change. You see what I'm saying? So, to think that we can't change something is crazy. To be a black man, I don't know if you black or white, but for me, I already know what I could change. But come on, man, it's really simpler than that. You ain't gotta. I shouldn't even have to break down the details, but change really ain't hard. I know where we at. We in a country built off people who got tired of paying taxes. That's where we are. We in a country built off of people who got tired of paying taxes. So what they did was they found a new land and they took people from a whole nother country and made them put in the manual labor to build their new world. And once they got there, they built the new world. They stopped paying taxes. They cut off the affiliation to the other country, built their own here. And you know what happened to the countries they built? It turned out to be the greatest nation in the world at the time, right now, called USA, America. America. That's Italian. That's Italian if y'all ain't know that. What's his name? Respucius America. That's who the country named after. You got me with that question. I don't even remember the question. I'm just responding to bros talking about we can't change something when we in a country that's built off of change. But if you feel like you can't change nothing, honestly, bro, you right. If you feel like you can't change nothing, then you right. You can't change it. Just don't even try. Just stay over there where you at. Leave it to the big dogs. The big dogs, we gonna handle it. And when we handle it, I need you to keep that attitude. You can stay in the back, but you can't surrender your women and your assets. You can bring them to the front. Bring your women and your assets to the front while we go ahead and push this change. and you can stay back there, and you don't gotta worry about nothing. You can just keep that seat. Just relax and chill out. But change really is not that hard. First, half the game, half the game is knowing. Half of the battle is knowing. Knowing is half of the battle. So once you know, once you accumulate what you need to do in your head, you start forming your thoughts into your actions. And your actions, whatever they might be, whether they studying and just getting physically prepared or learning so that you can take these laws, whatever you need to take to whatever group of people need to take them to push whatever you're fighting for. Once you do that, you let that become your habits. And once your habits, you know what I'm saying, start to maintain those type of things, that pretty much becomes your day to day, your habits, otherwise, AKA, and let that turn into your lifestyle. And with your lifestyle, you keep that change pushing. And once you get that lifestyle, you affiliate, you market, you advertise, you get with other people that share the same beliefs and similar ideas. And y'all all push that same agenda. And that's what you do. You keep going. That's how you do it. It's really, I'm saying a bunch of words, but it's really simple. You just keep going. That's all you do. If you want to change something, all you gotta do is be serious about it and you keep going. But if it ain't in you, then there ain't no point in you even talking about it. Elliot Woodford, what's going on? You got your shout out. Elliot Woodford. Thoughts become action, action becomes behavior, behavior becomes your reality. Nah, for real. For real, for real. I can't do the spam neither, right? Hey, they be tripping. They really be thinking I be thorough. They be thinking I be high or something for real, because I be looking like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm high. I'm high. I'm high. No, don't play with me. I get on your top in a intellectual way. I'll always come back to you. You think I look cool, right? You don't think I look cool for real. Show me how cool I look, right? Show me how cool I look, right?
My guy scratching the grass.
I'm finna stop. You finna come back? You finna chop it up with him?
Yeah, I'm finna eat a little chicken.
Okay.
Y'all don't wanna see me eat. Y'all don't wanna see me eat chicken.
You gonna show me?
Hey man, we ran out of soups.
Karen, I seen you talking about a telescope too. I really want a telescope. Matter of fact, I was telling PAT about that. I want a telescope and a microscope. That'd be on point right there.
That microscope, I'm gonna start picking all type of stuff up. See, the more, that's why I said it's more about assets than liabilities. A microscope would be an asset. People would think, this thing, you won't even know what you might find that's rare. And you found some stuff on it and been turned it in. Now you highly favored around the United States of America because you went and bought a microscope. It made you smarter. It's gonna make you indulge a little more. You know, the thing is like when you riding a bike, you only gonna travel so far. Once you get your first car, it's gonna put a different fire inside of you. You're gonna be able to go some different places. So certain things that you buy, it's gonna beget what it's meant for. Like it's like buying a gun. You buy a gun, then your lifestyle gonna change. Cause that gun's gonna start, the purpose for that gun, whether it's your mindset though, negative or positive. You know, the purpose for that gun, whether it's negative or positive, it's gonna start popping up because you done bought this gun. When you get into when you buy your car, now you gotta deal with car stuff. You know, when you get, it's like a relationship, you get in a relationship, now you gotta deal with relationship stuff. So anything that comes into your life, it's gonna have a purpose to it. The purpose for it gonna come out. So a telescope, a microscope, both those things have purposes. Every eye, every soul, every vision is different. And everybody got their own fingerprint. So that means everything about you is more unique than the next person. You know, so when you do get something like that, yeah, it's gonna spark a different interest. It's gonna give you something else to do, something else to basically something else to live for. I say another purpose. You know, that's basically what it is, man. Everything's gonna have its purpose when you get. It's like when you buy some waters and put some waters in your house, you're gonna get drunk.
Black Mad Soul, peace and blessings, brother.
You know,
Shalom.
it's like putting a stove in your house. All assets, things that produce, that has fruition behind it, and that's really what I recommend everybody out there in the world. Don't put nothing in your life that you want to get rid of. That comes with patience, humility. Don't move too fast. Anything that you bring into your life, whether it's a human being, whether it's a money, whether it's whatever journey, whatever you start to attain, make sure it's there for a long time. Make sure it's there for a while. Even if it has to outlive you. And that's generational wealth. That's morality. Because if you teach your son something today, when you dead and gone, he gonna teach his son and his daughter what you taught them. Whether it's wrong or right.
Rock, Arkansas.
Whether it's wrong or right. Like I said, it's the purpose. Everything on each word, everything has a purpose behind it.
Peace out, big guy.
So you have to be careful what you bring in because it's going to come out. Got to be careful for that. I know you get tired of, why did I get that? Why did I buy that? Why did I mess with this person? Why did I go there? Be patient. Because once you figure out who you really, really, truly are, the moves you make going to be satisfying every time. It's going to be pure satisfaction every time. You know, I couldn't understand why the preacher was so happy when I was growing up. Satisfaction. He was always satisfied. Congregation coming through every Sunday, they cashing out. He getting paid to take care of this church. He riding good. You know, he was satisfied. You know, and satisfaction brings happiness. People think money brings happiness. People think sex brings happiness. It's satisfaction. If something is satisfying to you, that's your happiness right there. So we got to be patient with ourselves when we making certain decisions in life so we can have satisfactory. You know, you want to be satisfied. People want to be satisfied. Because when you're not satisfied, that's when you make irrational decisions. You make life difficult for yourself and for people around you when you're not satisfied. That's why I try to stay away from people that's not okay with themselves. I try to stay away from people that ain't got there yet. You know, it's a level. I can't be in kindergarten in 5th grade class. I haven't made it there yet. But see, in life, we tend to give people a pass because we've known them, we love them, we have this and that. But reality is it's something that's not there. It's something that this person not satisfied. They spirit disturbed. I can't fool with you. And we be so scared to let people go. A successful person has to have a good cutoff game. You have to. Because you outgrow people. And some people outgrow people, don't even know it. They won't let them go into them folks and suck the life out of them. You can't let nobody suck the life out of you. So you have to have a good cutoff game. You got to let people go that's not right for you. You got to understand this is a big world. Imagine, and I've never lived in another state but Arkansas, another city but Arkansas. So I'm just speaking from, third person. Imagine being born in Virginia and you stay in Virginia until you 10 and you got best friends and everything. Then your mama move you to Los Angeles and you never went back to Virginia again, you're gonna lose them people. You're gonna forget them people. You know, I try to tell people this all the time, this is a big world. You can relocate and all those problems that you had. That's why God says in the word, in the Quran, he says that I made this world spacious for you. And if you just pay attention to them words, he said, I made the world spacious for you. Spacious. This world is spacious. That means that so many slots you can get in. You can get in where you fit in this world. You can make your life satisfying. It's too much. Don't get caught up in your own city, in your own town. Don't get caught up in your own way. Don't get caught up in your own tribe. Where you born don't mean you gotta die. You don't have to die where you're born. You don't even have to live where you're born. You don't even have to respect where you're born because you don't even have to know about it. I don't know about it. It's a place in New York. It's a place in North Carolina. It's a place in South Carolina. It's a place in Texas. It's a place down here in the next city that I don't know about and I would never know about. It's people there that I will never see and never know. So you have to understand that it's so many curves, dips, ups, downs, left, whatever you can think of out here. So don't settle. Make your life satisfying. Reach satisfaction. It can be achieved no matter what. Satisfaction can be achieved no matter what. I always tell myself, and I pride myself on this, I don't do anything I don't like to do. I try my best. I've been through so much. I've backpedaled in my life so many times. I've been the bearer of bad news so many times because I wasn't satisfied. I made irrational decisions because I wasn't satisfied. You know, I missed some good opportunities because I wasn't satisfied. You know, I ran some people off in my life because I wasn't satisfied. And if I'd have never put myself in those positions, then I wouldn't have had to deal with being unsatisfied in life and dealing with problems that I accumulated myself. It's called compounding pain. You're already going through something and you just compound the pain on top of pain on top of pain. And now you're never satisfied. You're bitter. You got an evil streak. You got a mean streak. 10, 15 years. Oh, he just so mean. He just negative, negative, negative because you can't find that satisfaction. Because it's bringing people in and bringing things in and exploring things, and then you're like, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it, but you're doing it over and over and over and over again. So now when you look down the street, when you open your eyes, when you ride through your city, you seeing all your failures. I used to work at that job, that didn't work. I used to go with her, that didn't work. We used to date over here, that didn't work. I remember when I went over here, that didn't work. And every time you tell yourself that didn't work, you're like, shit, you're like, man, I'm a failure. And one day you gonna realize everything you're saying is the definition of what you're saying. If you look at it a whole bunch of stuff like, man, boy, I remember I built that. Look at my business right there. There go my other business. There go this right here. There go my house. You gonna feel like a winner. You gonna start telling yourself like, I'm lit, really. I'm lit. On everything, I'm lit. But people don't do this right here. Man, I'm broke, man. I'm a has-been. You know, I'm a broke has-been. I always talk about what I did. You know, hey man, I'm down in the dump. See, we don't praise the real. We praise the fake. We praise the fake. We don't praise. That's why this is what everybody be meaning on the internet when they say, man, y'all salute the fake, not the real, because that's what they talking about. Living in your truth. We don't salute our truth. We hide that. We too prideful. We too afraid to let people know who we really are and what we really think. And that's a shame. We'll never find satisfaction like that. Me and bro talk about this all the time. It's called accountability. If you can't take accountability for who you truly are, I'm talking about who you truly are, not who you think you is, not what you look, and stop looking in the mirror telling yourself what you is. Listen to your mama, your peers, the people at your job. You gotta listen. Them your real mirrors. People that really care about you too. It's your real mirror because they're gonna tell you who you really are. And we always say, that's not me. I don't get mad about this. I don't do this. I don't do that. It has to be truth to it because they're telling you about it. People really don't. Majority of society avoids conflict. Nobody really want to get into it. Nobody want to be all uptight. So for a person to come at you about a situation that could go out of hand or left or right, it could have a negative side to it. Then it has to be a reason why they're telling you this, and you got to take heed to it. And that's why I'm a better man today because I did 13 years in prison being faced by my peers every day telling me, boy, you thinking like this. Boy, you ain't thinking right. You ain't think. I had to listen to them. I had to stop looking in the mirror telling myself what I wanted to tell myself, what I thought was right. Because what I think is what I think. I'm gonna always tell myself I'm like, I just watched a video earlier where it was a car wreck and the person got up and they tried to run to the side of the interstate and they whole knee and leg where they ankle, it just split, blood everywhere, you know, and it was the adrenaline, but they weren't paying attention to what was going on. You know, they what was it?
It's the AC.
Oh, so they didn't pay attention to what was going on. They was blind, you know, and that's how a lot of us move out here. We'll be wounded, hurt, and ignore it. You'll never find satisfaction. Like, you cannot ignore who you really are and what's really going on, because you gonna compound pain. Like, I gotta tell this lie, there's more pain. Gotta tell this lie, there's more pain. I gotta hide this from them. I gotta hide this from her. I can't even tell my husband this, or I can't tell my wife this. And you've been with these people 15, 20 years, it's something you steady not to, until you open up about molestation, until you open up about homosexuality, until you open up about snitching, until you open up about being just, you have a crazy fetish. Like, people live trying to hide who they really are. Go ahead and come out. Go ahead and speak your truth. I guarantee you're going to win for the rest of your life. You're going to be satisfied because you're going to find a group that accepts you. You're going to find people that have been through what you've been through, and they're going to help you cope. Even if they haven't got over it, it's going to be a coping mechanism. But people will be sitting back listening like, dang, I remember that happened to me, or man, I'm going through the same thing. Instead of going up to them people and saying, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such, such and such. I overheard this right here. You don't mind, but look, because y'all being true in everybody else's business and on the internet, why you can't do it in person? But look, hey man, look, I heard this right here. Look, I'm going through the same thing. You just don't know. You might have bridged the gap for somebody else. You might have took a layer off them. So now they ready to open up and get their satisfaction out of life. You might have created the satisfaction for them right there at that time. So you gotta be real with yourself out here, man. Everybody, you know. Don't be a closet Christian. Don't be a closet Muslim. Don't be a closet Buddhist. You know, don't be in the closet about anything. Always be on the upfront, because you're gonna find someone that accepts who you are. It's a big, like I said, spacious. Don't get caught up about where you from and where you was born and where you live. Don't get caught up in it. This is a big, spacious world. Someone is thinking just like you. It might be somebody in another country, in another way, somebody else sitting in the kitchen just like me and Sai saying the same thing we saying right now. It's just in different words. I just explained about everybody being unique. We are unique in our own way. So our vision is going to be different. But similarity is still a word. Parallel is still a thing. You know, so we always can find common ground somewhere in this world. But you got to be willing to do that. You got to drop your pride. You got to be willing to accept and move forward and get what you want out of life, satisfaction. You know, because that's why a lot of people can't grow. That's why a lot of people can't reach to the next level, because they like, man, I ain't really satisfied with who I am, so I ain't even going outside. I'm gonna just be in the house. But secretly, you wanna be outside. So look, secretly, you this type of person, and you hide from people, whatever it may be, you hide from people. So now you gotta hide for so long, but now you caring about, like, damn, like bro was talking about earlier. He said for a while he was, you know what I'm saying, not comfortable with being alone. And it could have made him make decisions in his life that he probably would have never made if he was just comfortable with being alone like he is now. You know, so it took him years, I don't know how many, to realize that he was, first you gotta realize that you're uncomfortable being alone. It's not even, you can't even fix that until you realize, like, damn, I'm really uncomfortable with being alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a selfish ass person. Excuse my language. I'm really selfish. See, some of y'all out there selfish, and y'all know it. And y'all be feeling bad when y'all don't give it up. Y'all be feeling bad on the inside, but you ain't gonna tell nobody that you feel bad. Just come on out and cry. I got 100,000. I really be wanting to give you money, but you a hater. So you can see how I'm saying all this compound? It's a root cause to everything. You stingy for a reason. Because you've made it, but you don't want to give nobody a boost because you might see that they got something inside them you don't got that's going to send them over you. But who sets the bar? Who's over who? I might not have $1 trillion, $1 billion like what's his name? The president. Donald Trump. I might not have $1 billion like Donald Trump. But me and Donald Trump probably can share the same interests. I can sit in a room with Donald Trump and still have a logical conversation with him. He might accept me as a friend. You see what I'm saying? So
Felicia, CC, how
it's
y'all
not
doing?
about,
I was talking to somebody coming in, Felicia and CC. I was greeting them.
it's not about what you have. It's gonna make you satisfied. Because people got all type of stuff and they still ain't satisfied. So it's gonna be who you are and the truth that you come to that's gonna get your satisfaction. It's on the inside. It's on the inside. Because a person give you $1 million, and if you can't find satisfaction, you're gonna run through that whole million. And you still trying to get some more money. Dang, now you start to make irrational decisions. You see how all this is going around the equator? I'm going back to certain topics every time I switch it up and give you another example of how I'm explaining everything. It goes right back to the root words I was saying in the beginning when I first started. Even some things that I forgot that I said, I remember it as I'm coming back in. It's like, okay, I did explain it in the beginning. Unknowingly, it had to come back. Because when it's the truth, it got to come back. Y'all remember this too. Remember this quote, and y'all take this with y'all. Truth knocks the brains out of falsehood. Always remember that.
Beep, 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 beep.
You know, when y'all hear the word sisterhood, it's like a lineage behind it, ain't it? When you hear the word brotherhood, it's like a lineage behind it. You think years and years and centuries back. Or you might just have a picture in your mind of a whole bunch of people, you know, in a respectful manner. But when you hear falsehood, what do you think about? When I hear falsehood, I think about fairy tales. I think about a whole bunch of lies. I think about a lot of things that couldn't even be possibly true. Falsehood.
Christmas.
And that is a whole lineage of people that have corrupted minds of other people, that have corrupted minds of other people, and it's just set in stone. It's so rough and rugged, you can't even bust it open. It's over with. It's like trying to go to hell with a jackhammer. It's like trying to go to hell with a jackhammer, man. You know, it's not gonna happen. It's impossible. You know, so you gotta free yourself. Free yourself. You gotta free yourself.
Goodness said, Pat, you are so fun. Pat, you are so far beyond so many people in terms of awareness of self and wisdom.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
We are
I'm scared,
we from Little Rock, Arkansas. Where's the equator? And the equator is
The equator is around the globe, man. It's separate. It's a line. It's a line. It's separate.
The equator is in the book. The equator is on your phone. You can definitely go figure that out without asking me.
He said, "Where is the equator?" Come on, man. All facts.
For real, you love Little Rock?
I knew we was gonna get on the same page tonight, Ray.
You in Mobile, Alabama.
I just had a blowout. I was in between Mobile and that other, I forgot what it's called. It was inside.
Shout out to Mobile, Alabama, man. I know some stuff about Mobile. Shout out to y'all. Peace.
Hey, I gotta
Peace to
lead them
Mobile.
with that. I gotta hit them with that they song again, man. It's positive.
Arkansas education system is real good. No, it's not. You got a better chance self-educating.
Let me tell them something real quick.
Walaikum assalam, Muhammad.
Y'all listen. This is a inspiration song that I want to sing to y'all every time we have a live.
You finna sing?
Every time we have a live, I want to sing this to y'all because this song I wrote in a cell when I had no hope.
Let me go
I
check
had
on
no
these
hope.
kids, man. Let y'all do
I
your
say,
thing.
so much love to give. I'm grateful and I'm fortunate to hug again. This life that I've been living, it's not promising. Before you dare look down, just look around. Always remember that, y'all. It's a lot of love to give. And before you give up, see what you can do first. So much love to give. I'm grateful and I'm fortunate to hug again. This life that I've been living is not promising. Before you dare look down, just look around. Look around, man. Y'all gotta look around. You know, for a long time, I didn't look around. For a long time, I looked down. Everywhere I went. It's probably where I got back problems and neck problems, you know. You say, Unc, wow, I ain't Unc, man. I'm just 32 years old. But yeah, it's very vital to look around. When y'all say awareness, this right here is awareness too. Not just internal, just looking. Because you don't know what you might see. You don't know who might be in your corner. You might miss something that you could have possibly caught if you'd have used 100% of yourself. See, half of us only do this. We only do this because what we thinking. We so self-conscious, we gonna think somebody think we nosy. So we don't even look around. Also, on the giving up part, looking down. Don't look down on others. Find something good in them. You know, I used to tell dudes in prison all the time, man, it's easy to find negativity in everything. It's easy to find negativity in everything. We from Little Rock, Arkansas. I can't read your name. It's in China. It's Chinese. Easter, she said, I have a problem with looking around. I'm gonna tell you, you say you got a problem looking around. Potential is prosperity. I got prosperity tatted on my arm right here. Prosperity. And I say, potential is prosperity. Your potential is your prosperity. Look inside yourself. You're gonna reach it. Whatever you're trying to reach, you're gonna reach it. Just reach down in yourself and get your potential. Your potential at your highest point, and it's gonna force you to look around. It's just like I said, an asset. Once you accumulate a car, once you accumulate a house, once you accumulate a child, a relationship, a TV, no matter what a gadget, anything that you accumulate, it's gonna serve its purpose. So when you go in there and accumulate, when you get what you already acquired inside, you like, now the purpose gonna come instantly. It's gonna be an instant click. That's why they call it overnight success. It is overnight. You become successful overnight. It's just a process. It's like when you purchase an app, you purchase a song, it still has to download. Even after they take the money off your account, it still got to download. So who's to say you ain't bought it? Who's to say you ain't got it already? Oh, I just bought them new Jordans. They looking down at your feet. They ain't on your feet, but they on the way in the mail. But they already took the money off. It's already been bought. So you gotta understand, like, it is a such thing as overnight success. Your success is getting overnighted to you, like UPS. So when you tap into yourself, like all the rappers, actors, models, everybody that knew they was and they tapped in, like myself. I tapped in. Cause I left prison, I ain't even stop. I rap every day. I make money off of it too. Not as much as the average rapper, but I'm saying I'm below average when I make money off music. But I can say that. You see, and I'm satisfied with it now, right now, because I know it can grow. It's downloading. You see what I'm saying? I didn't tap into me. I didn't tap into what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut hair. I'm gonna rap, and I'm gonna keep enough energy to either work a job, start my own business. And that's what I'm in the process of doing, starting my own business. But let me get back to what I was saying. Once you tap into yourself, you tap into your intellect, that purpose it's just gonna bleed out. It's gonna be instant. It's gonna download. You got it. You got it. It already exists. It's like an iPhone 17 right now. It exists. I don't have one, but it exists. So what would it take? Inside of you right now, greatness exists. This for everybody that's out there. Greatness exists inside of you right now. Greatness exists inside of you right now. Do you feel great? Do you exemplify greatness? Maybe, maybe not. If you don't exemplify greatness, reach down, get the greatest part of you. Get the greatest part of you, put it out in front of you, and let it download. Let it download. That's all you gotta do is let it download. And whatever the directions say, sometimes it say, don't refresh the screen. Or the download gonna restart. Or it be terminated. Don't click off the screen. Sometimes, they override other apps. See, that's like that big success, that superstar, you know what I'm saying? It just override everything. When you just that great, you just take off like that. It's no more. We ain't talking no more. Here you go. We're going to give you what you want because entertainer. And for a long time, I couldn't understand how people made money off the world. Like, how did they get millions of dollars? They just human beings like me.
Let me tell you. Let me cut in on how they make money off doing now. Capitalism, brother.
Yeah. I just, man, I appreciate my brother, man, for letting me come on his platform and talk to you guys, man. It's been a very big blessing that I'm able to vent. This my therapy. I be waiting to come here. Like, I just got my car back, so y'all gonna see way more of me now. I got my car back, so I could just drive. I could drive to bro house. I could drive to bro house when I want to now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta wait for him to come pick me up, and then I could drive up here whenever I want to. MK 2000. Hey, hello to everybody. Oh, okay. Capitalism Q. Ray Bay say. Game over. He ignored me. Hold on, I ain't ignored. Where are you from, man? I say I'm from Little Rock. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, United States of America. Cause I think they from. Please say him say hi. Please make him say hi to me. Hello. But what is success? Okay. Um, Carolyn say, what is success? I'm gonna tell you what success is. Just like I explained the Donald Trump situation. Who created levels? Who created rich? You know what I'm saying? It's all a control. Everything is controlled. So success is your satisfaction. Whatever makes you satisfied. Like whenever you wake up and realize that I'm satisfied now. I'm to the point where you're successful in your own way. That's your success. It's no gauge to it. Oh, he's very successful. He's way more successful than you. How? He can die tomorrow. Then he out of the game. He's not even, or she's not even a factor anymore. They're not even a part of this life anymore. They're in the ground. So it's no form. I mean, it's forms of success, but it's no. I feel like it's not a level to the success if you want to look at it like that, because I just lost everything. I was locked up 13 years in prison. Like this, I know I keep saying it over and over again, but you gotta really understand what I'm saying. I was without, like, a 4-pack of batteries was important to me. A pair of earbuds, not wireless, can't have wireless. A pair of earbuds was important to me. I used to buy them and stock them up. You know, having some socks on my feet was important to me. These are like major things that I'm naming. Having a clean pair of boxers, like, you just don't understand what that means. You probably like, everybody got a clean pair of boxers. I've been to jail before you never been to Arkansas State Prison where you need clean boxers. You know, success is your satisfaction. Didn't look at it like that till tonight. Okay, Ray. I figure success is subjective to the person. Others just compare and praise or compare and hate. And see, look, he said, my bad, I'm going to get back to what I was saying. He said, others just compare and praise or compare and hate. I'm going to tell you something. Compare is already a sin. If you go back to the 10 Commandments, do not covet your neighbor's wife. Do not covet your neighbor's belongings. What am I comparing my life to his for anyway? I'm snooping in. I'm snooping now. I'm really tripping. I focus on the road. I promise you. Like, even when I talk to females, like, we don't talk about, I don't want to hear about nobody else or what you've been through. I'm not them. And it's crazy. I always got to put up with that, but I never tell a female, oh yeah, you remind me of such and such. Or I went through this with it. Everybody always, and look, it always turns out bad. Trying to compare things that's where the money comes in at. You got sports, you got religion. We can pit each other against, I can pit them against each other now. Oh yeah, Zion Williams or Jordan the best. No, it's LeBron. It's Jordan. It's LeBron. Oh, it's Kobe. Comparison. People died. People have died. And I've seen people get stabbed in prison. I've seen people get beat up behind a young boy and Lil Durk's conversation. Comparing songs. Comparing money. He got more money. So I'm like, and now I didn't know how to call it, but now they wasn't satisfied. They weren't satisfied with themselves. They weren't satisfied with themselves. You know, being satisfied with yourself is, I'm not worried about what they got. I got too much going on here, and I love it. I'm living in my purpose. I love my purpose. I gotta stay on it. Carolyn said, I really wish you'd write this stuff down. I wrote a book. I just don't know how to publish a book. You know what I'm saying? And if it costs, it's probably money that I don't have right now. You know, but I wrote a book. It's called Real Talk. REA Talk. The brand is Real Talk. It's responsible, educated achiever. So many people, and I'm supposed to go back to what I was saying. I'm gonna get back to that. So many people. I'm real. I'm real. I'm real. I'm real. I'm real. Real talk. Already, fam. That's why I don't count others' pockets or judge by it. Real talk. You ain't supposed to. Real talk. Because I'm gonna tell you something. And this just coming from God right here. You know, I got a lot of understanding because I sit down and talk. I sit down and talk to myself, and I really was honest with myself. So everything that I've learned from me, because I had to be honest with myself. When I wrote my book, I didn't want to listen to nothing, nobody. I wanted to go through life the hard way. So when I wrote my book, it'll be real. It's called Real Talk. Because so many people thought they was real. I changed it. I made my own acronym. Responsible, educated achievers in life. This is the talk that accommodates the walk. Come with me, Mr. PAT. You know, Carolyn said I could edit it pretty good. That would be good. We gotta get in on that. We gotta get in on that. Sure, you're right, Ray. What's the title of your book? It's called You Know What I'm Saying. I do say you know what I'm saying a lot. I do, but it just my upbringing is like a second nature. But it's crazy because I used to always say it and people repeat it, but I see it and I hear it around the world all the time now from a lot of different moguls, you know, if you want to call them moguls. Is it still night for you? Sophia, yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but, you know, I just got out work at 1, like 3 hours ago. Yep, Carolyn trying to help, and I appreciate that too. I appreciate that. But man, it's like going back hindsight, what I was saying, when you reach down and get that greatness up out of you and you set it in front of you, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. You just gotta, everybody say you gotta stay consistent. See, around the world, everybody be saying the same stuff in the same sense. It's just gotta come together and make it make sense. But we don't come together because nobody wanna give nobody no props. I'm telling you, they don't wanna give nobody no props, man. It's like, they'll be like, I can't let you tell me how to get this money and get this off the ground. I'm gonna go do it myself. Why? When you got somebody that has been through the experience that you're trying to go through, they know what to do now. They just don't have they don't have the resources to get it done. So they see that you have the resources to get it done. You have the motivation. You got the drive to do it, and they want to just give you that extra push where you don't even got to work that hard. But we so prideful. I'm not finna let them tell me nothing because they ain't finna go around telling everybody they did this for me and they put me on. Nobody be want to give people props. I give props when they're props to do because guess what? We all got to die one day. You only live once. I want people to understand who they really are. That mirror, once again, like I tell you, that mirror, you're not gonna be your mirror. You shouldn't want to be your own mirror. Let somebody else tell you who you are and what you're going. Somebody that cares about you though. You can't just let any other stranger talk to you because they only gonna see you for, a few moments. But people that's been knowing you, deeply in your life from knowing your trauma, all that type of stuff, let them people speak into your life. Let them people tell you what's really real, and don't fray from that. Always accept it. Accept with criticism. accept criticism, because when you do that, and I ain't talking about just listen to criticism. You know what I'm saying? Yep, people notice more about you than you know. Yes, always, always, always. What they say, people had a monkey on their back. Anybody look at their whole back right now. Everybody, anybody with no mirror, look at your whole back. I ain't talking about your shoulders. I'm talking about, I want you to look at your whole back right now. If you can look at your whole back, they going to pay you. You're going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records if you can look at your whole back. Because that means you can turn your whole head around and look at your back like you look at your chest. Or look down at your stomach. So you telling me you can look at your ass. Now, I know you can't. So, of course, you can't see that monkey on your back. You can't see that bad rage you got. You can't see that bad habit. You indulging it, but you can't see it. You can't see what it's doing to you. You can't understand how it's deteriorating your original mindset. Wouldn't that be, and I got a friend that's been laced. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that feel weird if you knew that you were separated from your original mindset? That would scare you. You'd be like, and that's why people out here just walking in there, because they didn't got detached from their original mindset. That's scary. And I pray for the people that have been or is going through that. I pray for the families that's got to go through that. It's not, excuse me, it's not safe to live a lie. It's not safe to compound this pain. It's not safe to not live in your truth. It's not. That's like teaching your right elbow, touching your right elbow with the tip of your right hand. It can't be done. Pray for nicotine. We gotta pray for nicotine addiction. I ain't gonna lie, I do smoke cigarettes. I do. And I be on them. And I always, like we say, man, I'm human. So I'm not telling y'all nothing I don't go through. I give myself excuses after excuses after excuses why I smoke cigarettes, and it ain't no excuse. You smoke cigarettes because they out here and you indulging. That's all it is. They out here, you indulging, that's what you want to do. You ain't stressed out, because if somebody told you $1 million and stop smoking cigarettes, you'll start smoking cigarettes for $1 million, and you're going to go find something else to smoke. You're going to smoke weed, then you might be smoking blacks. You might just start anything but cigarettes. Somebody just say, I don't want to promote cigarettes no more. I will give you $1 million if you stop smoking cigarettes right now. You're going to stop it. No, brother, but the vape's way more addictive. I stopped the vape. I was glad I got out the vape. Ooh, I was on the vape. Like, I vaped. The first time I ever vaped, I was in prison. They had a vape in prison. I was like, man, bro, I like this. A lot of smoke. I'm not understanding. It ain't even, I just want the smoke. Man, before I knew it, it wasn't even I quit. It wasn't even the effects. Man, it was the money. I said, man, these little, then you got to pay to get it inside the prison. Man, it was crazy. So I was like, nah, bro, I'm spending like $300 for a small little bottle of, I'm like, it's probably that high in the world. I didn't even know it, but I'm glad I did go through that, thinking that stuff was going to be very expensive, and I stopped vaping. I was glad. Because when I got out here, it wasn't expensive. And I was buying it every 2 or 3 days. I'm smoking that thing, going from 80% juice. I'm smoking it down all day, every chance I get. It's like every time I breathe, all day with the vape, all day, And I remember in prison when I beat my everything addiction. Only thing I ever did, K2, weed, and cigarettes. So I got shipped to this unit where you're not supposed to smoke. Like they'll give you like 10 years if they catch you smoking. Like they'll bust you up. If they catch you with any drug, anything, they gonna bust you up real bad. And I sobered all the way up because I chose my peace, my freedom. I chose satisfaction. Like I want to be satisfied. Like even though I'm in prison, what it do, New Zealand? What is going on, Madness B? It's like I wanted my peace so bad, and I wanted my family to realize that I was more than a fuck up or somebody I was getting in trouble. So I literally just got into exercising real tough. I stopped everything. I stopped eating pork. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I didn't want them no more because it was a bigger purpose. That's why I just said it's not that you're addicted. You just gotta find a bigger purpose. And then your lower self won't even exist anymore. I met this girl probably like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. And she wasn't doing really well with money. And she said she wanted to sell marijuana. You know what I told her? I said, why would you go lower? If you feel your money is low, then you want to stoop lower. You want to go lower? You want to be out here potentially get robbed. You're a female, ain't sold no drugs before, but you looking at it and look good. So you're going to get robbed. You're going to go to jail, some form of fashion. You might not ever go to jail, but guess what? Your journey is going to be, it's going to be tainted because you didn't have to go that way. And that's when I go back to what I said in first. I don't invite anything in my life that I'm trying to get rid of. We don't part-time hustle. If I'm gonna do that, it's full-time. And I'm taking whatever come with it. I'm not gonna try to work a job over here. Why would I work a job when I'm my mindset to make 100,000 out the streets, but I'm gonna go get a job 8 hours a day when I can make 100,000 out the streets? No. That don't even make sense. You gotta make your mind up. That's why people confused out here. They want to do 50 things at one time. Well, you can be patient and just invite one thing in your life at a time. And something that you know you're going to grow to love and you're going to keep it. You're going to grow to love and you're going to keep it inside of you, around you, or whatever. Can't have one foot in or straddle. You can't. 3 12s in a row. Yup, can't have one foot in or straddle the fence, man. Phantom, he knows something. Can't have one foot in and straddle the fence. I try to tell people that a lot. You have to, you gotta choose up. You gotta choose up. You gotta choose up. Ray Bay, what do you gotta say about this, Ray? I want you to do something for me, Ray. Ray and Carolyn, I want y'all to do something for me. I want both of y'all to pick a number from 5 to 8. Pick a number from 5 to 8. Butterfly Spillos, how you doing? Hey. I'm waiting, Ray and Carolyn. Pick a number from 5 to 8, from 5 through 8. Where you from, Butterfly Spillos? Okay, Ray picked 7. Hold on, Butterfly, that one for you. It's for Carolyn. Now, if Carolyn don't pick her number, we're gonna go with that 8. Is Carolyn gone? Nope, she ain't gone. You from America? Where in America? Somebody say stop smiling. I can't. Look at my teeth. I got a pretty white smile. I can't stop smiling. That's why I say I found the best things about myself. I found the best things about myself. My potential. You know what I'm saying? I potentially have one of the greatest smiles you ever seen. That's why you're looking at my smile. Now let me stop. But okay. Y'all picked the same number? Y'all picked the same number. That's crazy. Okay, y'all got that 7 right there. Both of y'all picked 7. Okay, this what I was gonna do. Now, pick a number 1 through 7. Both of y'all pick a number 1 through 7. Cause y'all gonna get a different task. The Emerald Rainbow. Now everybody just picking numbers now. Okay, 2. Ray got 2. Naughty Boys 513, what's up? The Renee Good shooting. I don't think I seen that. I have to look that up. It's hard. Hey brother, can you shout out the Kylie? Hey brother, can you shout out to Kylie? Man, shout out to Kylie, man. I don't know what they said or what that is, man, but shout out to Kylie, man. You know. Hold on. Okay. Well, Ray, you got 2. You pick 4. Okay. Ray, it's hard on you. Ray, you got 4. You got 2 days, Ray. You got 2 days to. You got 2 days to confront somebody about something that they should fix, something they should work on. You got 2 days. And then within 2 days, I will know if you done that, Ray. And the reason the people that I called on that I wanted to do this exercise with, because they are subscribed to my page and I can reach them. So, Ray, you got 2 days to call, pull up on them, text, email, FaceTime. I'm ready for you to pull up on them and give somebody a negative criticism, but follow up with a positive criticism. You can't just leave them with the negative. You can't just leave them with the negative. Get them a negative criticism so they can fix it. Show them where it needs improvement. And Carolyn, you got 4 days to give somebody, you got 4 days to give 4 people a small satisfaction. So Ray, you got 2 days to confront somebody about something negative, but you also got to give them something positive. That's your 2. Carolyn, you got 4 days to satisfy small satisfaction, 4 people. A small satisfaction. So that, that varies. I want to see what you do in that instance, because I tell you what I would do. It's very easy, but 4 people. And every time we get on here before I leave, and after I sing the song and everything, I want to give 2 people a task to do, Because we got to love ourselves. See, people would say they love they be like, we got to love ourselves. They be thinking like they got to like love the dog and stuff like that and love grandma. No, love yourself for real. Like, literally wake up and be like, I'm the hottest candy on the candy aisle. I'm the hottest burger in town. I'm the hottest taco on the food truck. I'm that. Better in Heaven said, what song you sing? Her death is too young. What is a small satisfaction? A small satisfaction, Curlin. We've had a conversation tonight, and I pray that you have embedded and how can I say it? I pray that you have obtained some things that we have talked about tonight and really go deep, and you have to look for that satisfaction. You have to understand what their satisfaction may be. So what I tell you earlier, what's this, Ray? What's this, Ray? What motion is that? So much love to give. I'm grateful and I'm fortunate to hug again. This life that I've been living is not promising. Before you dare look down, just look around. Gotta look around. So look around, Carolyn. That's gonna be your job, to look around. Find what could be satisfying to a person. Got 4 days. So in the morning, and you've been living where you've been living. Everybody been living where they've been living. So you know people. You know what they going through. You know what's going on in your neighborhood. You know who's see. But Ray giving up the game. Yes, you do it all the time to people, but intentional now. See, when you do it unconsciously, it don't have no intent to it. It's just who you are. Hey, how you doing? I'm speaking. You just speaking to everybody. But when you got a duty, you gonna go out, and that word ain't gonna just be, hey, how you doing today? You got a nice haircut. It's gonna be, hey, how you doing today? You got a nice haircut, and I also wanted to tell you, matter of fact, what's your name? And then you share your name with that person, and you just tell them like, hey, this is what I want you to do for me. You might tell that person to pray for you, anything. And you might just hear their voice and say, you got an amazing voice. Or you might tell them something about themselves that they've been told so many times, but it's hard to believe. But they heard it from a stranger. They heard it from a stranger. And see, when they hear it from a stranger, it just might resonate to them. It just might resonate. Ray said you got 4 days to get creative. Yep. Got 4 days to get creative, Ray. Carolyn. 4 days. My shirt flipped out. Instead, he's sitting on the back of my shirt. Yep. But a stranger so much. See, Ray got the picture, but you giving up the game. You gotta let her be creative. You can lose your mind if listen to Prince Legro's new song, Sugar, on radio. and carbonated. What's going on, Josh? Check on YouTube. Okay. Jerry. We chatted. She is from Africa. Admire, I like something. Yeah, but like I said, see, Ray said buy a stranger some lunch because that would be more plausible to buy a stranger some lunch. But in the beginning, like I said, your community where you've been living at, people that accept what you know what I'm saying, and you will be more approachable. They'll be more approachable, so 4 days, Ray, got 2 days. Got 2 days to confront someone. And it's like people avoid conflict. When you hear conflict, you probably think of war. You probably think of a fight. Conflict is just like saying brother. Bro is just short for brother. Conflict is short for conflicting resolutions. I said conflicting situations, conflicting subjects, conflicting matters. It's just conflicting. Conflict is conflicting, something that's not parallel. So, let me see what we got here. Septular. I don't even know what an anime is. I know what it is. I ain't never watched it before. Hey, bro, thanks. You're welcome, bro. Hello, I hope you are having a great day, my friend. D. What it do, Soraya? Hello. Hope you're having it is intentional. Ray say, where daddy at? If I know there's something special about someone, I tell them, hello, I hope you're having it. What you mean? What you talking about? What you talking about, Ray? Yeah, yep. But, she don't want to be all out like that. I don't know why. She don't want to be out like that. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna be tired. I'm talking about when I say tired, I'm gonna be so tired, I ain't gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be so tired, I ain't gonna be able to sleep. I'm just gonna pass out. It's a difference between sleeping and fainting. When you sleep, you can feel yourself drifting off and you just going to the cloud. When you faint, you just sat down and you woke up. It's like, wow, what time is it? It's 7 in the morning. Man, it was just 7 at night. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be tired too. You wanna wrap this up? Just passing through when you sound like you trying to. Okay. All right. Happy Saturday. Shout out Joshua, man. He wanna get shouted out. Shout out Josh, man. Romel J. Ganesha Bidet. Shout out Ramil, man. Shout out Ramil. See, I believe everybody's important, and if somebody asking you shout out or something like that, hey, they want it. They might feel like they deserve it. Shout me out, man. Shout me out. It's recognition. That's small satisfaction. Small satisfaction. Okay. Well, look. Whoa. If I give you 500, what would you do? Nothing, sir. If you're gonna gift us 500, just do it. We don't do nothing for the money. We don't do nothing for the money. We work for the money. We don't do nothing for the money. be exhausted sometimes. I'm getting older. Okay, man. So look, he said, so you get nothing. I do this for 500. Stick my thumb up. I got vitiligo. Pay me for my vitiligo then. Nope, I ain't never been to Antarctica. A wimp. LeBron James dupe. What you talking about? Flyboy. Flayboy. What do you mean? That's crazy. He tripping. Man, we don't even look at stuff like that, man. This Little Rock, Arkansas, brother. From one of the most dangerous places. I'm 6'2". I'm from one of the most dangerous places in the world. Real talk. You better look it up. And I walk around it. I park my car and walk. You know, brother, I don't even think about. I'm so optimistic, brother. I'm so optimistic. If the rule that you follow brought you to this moment, of what use was the rule? If the rule that you follow brought you to this moment, of what use was the rule? All the rules that I follow to bring me to the moment I'm in right now, the use was it? The use was to, that's a good question. You stalled me. I don't be stalled a lot. But the use of my rule was to actually explore myself. That was my rule. My rule was to always, hey, look, explore yourself, tap in. I remember that word came out while I was in prison. I got locked up in 2011. So a lot of people didn't use that word. I didn't hear that word. But when I first heard tap in, I think I was listening to that girl Saweetie had a song called Tap In, I think. And it was like tap in. I listened to that tap in song. Everybody wanted to tap in. I'm like, what's tap in? And when I realized what tap in was, I said, that's what I should have been doing. That's what I need to been doing. Tapping into me, tapping in, getting more acquainted with myself. I gotta sign off. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here. Potential is prosperity. If you're gonna prosper, dig deep, find your potential, bring it to the forefront. You know, that's my time, y'all, man. It's getting late. Man, I love y'all out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay healthy, stay focused, man. And, you know, if there's anything that I help y'all with, man, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a voice that you can listen to. Thank you.